Welcome, episode 12, Secrets of the Sphinx. You find the same sand scarabs still in Chisisek's tomb, still in the lower levels. After defeating a number of the Pharaoh's men, they finally go to bed down, maybe getting some well-earned rest, something to eat. As we return, we kind of ended off with everyone, that being the mindset to camp, what everyone be doing.
I'd like to finish my portrait of Chisisek if she'll have it before I get some sleep.
Can you give me that profession test?
Yeah. 11.
Okay. Give me a perception.
27.
As you're drawing her, you find yourself more focused on her than the drawing you have. She does not breathe. She does not blink. Almost motionless. When you do speak to her, she'll lively come up and produce the same mannerisms that you would think an average person would. But while you continue to draw her, she does not shift or move. That being said, what was your profession? I saw 2 was rolled there.
Yeah, my profession was 11. I'm tired.
It's been a long day. You find, again, yourself probably just staring into this Sphinx.
Okay.
And everyone else?
I'm shifting through my journal, reading, going over notes, just relearning everything. I've been going over a map so much lately, I've kind of slipped on our, focus.
At this point, I think they all have like 3 layers of tomes, and books, and scrolls, and maps. So you'll be basically shuffling through them, trying to connect the dots from the past?
Yeah, I'm kind of like right in front of her, kind of just got everything out in my space as much as I can get.
Okay, give me a linguistics test, actually.
And then whistles.
No, you're good. My bad.
We'll look back to it too.
18 on that dice.
18?
Yeah.
Alright, these, a large assortment of tomes you pull out. What kind of information are you fishing for?
I'm more going over, initially my personal notes, from my journal, on, things we've done and, high points that we've things that we've come across instead of just, bulk info, encyclopedia reading, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you're, looking more towards,
reading
Dr. Breckenridge,
yeah.
Back in Tefu and the information y'all had gone over.
Yeah, and just personal notes that I made on, things that we've come that I felt at the time was important and just wrote down.
Okay.
Just things like that, too. Kind of fixing errors that I see in the notes, I have old notes from when we were back in Wati. I have new notes,
Yes, you find yourself looking through lists of different pharaohs, almost references of guesses and hypothetical options that who members could be, who this forgotten pharaoh could be.
Yeah.
It seems. What'd you get with your wisdom?
With the linguistics, I got 18. I didn't roll wisdom.
Oh, okay, you know wisdom.
Wisdom. Can I take a 10 on the wisdom? Stressed.
The idea of someone taking a 10 on a statistic
Alright,
test.
I'll roll it.
Scary.
See, I should have just taken a 10. So 13.
13.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Nearly pressing.
You find yourself perplexed by the number of errors that you find. At first you start cleaning them up, but marking them just for reference back, and then before long you start finding trees and branches of clues. Even notes have written down other aspects that the sand scarabs have said, or thoughts or beliefs or contacts that they had made. It seems, while there were large patches of information that was obviously stolen, and making that more difficult to know, you still feel, I think at this point, sure that Hakemtep the First is the Sky Pharaoh.
Yes.
And you believe that he may, or would be, the friend or companion of the
Chisisek. Yeah. And I had found in my notes that I had made a small remark about how Hakemtep was a close friend of Chisisek, and that there could be info in Chisisek tomb on the first age of wisdom. Came across that small little excerpt that I had written.
Yeah.
So that kind of like helped me guide the way.
Yes, you were sure and planted in your beliefs, I think, at this point.
Stubborn dwarf.
Hey.
The remaining 3.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Every cultist has combusted at this point, so there's not really any bodies left other than the giant snake.
Their bodies still exist when they explode.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it emulates their corpse. Normally burning, mundane items. Not that you don't find, scorched gold coins in some when you would be from before.
So there's still a number of remains in this room.
Oh, yes.
Like Sai.
Even her, she's a giant burnt husk of a snake. I mean, every time they explode, you're almost used to the burnt smell at this point.
Yeah.
Like Frown.
They'll all smell like smoke, probably. A few that have been burnt. Lucky and Mo, not as much, as they seem to be able to cartwheel, dodge, dips, or
Sometimes.
evasion.
Pinning my coat up to my nose at this point. Might be used to it, but I still don't enjoy it. I, look back at everyone. Do we plan on making camp in here?
I want to go out there.
Not really, Pancake says.
I don't think it's such a bad idea.
Well,
I'm sleeping here tonight if that's what you're asking.
It's a good spot.
In that case, I kneel down and start picking up one of the husks. I'm gonna try and get rid of some of these if you don't mind. Frown.
Is it really that big of a deal?
I don't really enjoy sleeping among the dead.
They're all in this room. We can just go to the other one.
I think this one might be a bit safer since it's further in. I'll start carrying it this way, being awkwardly long stepping over that as I do.
I'll move over to this side of the hallway, scoot some stuff so they can get.
Yeah, I'm sitting.
They
with,
recruits.
my
Why don't you help them?
back to the wall. I'll pull my feet in. Out of
Guess
the
I'm
way.
kind of
might as
here
well.
or whatever.
Oh, no.
I don't know
say
how
recruits
close I would
and you
be.
start helping us.
I probably want to get a good.
Yeah.
No,
no. Yes, you did.
Okay, whatever.
So, you're grabbing bodies. Can you give me a straight check?
Can I
Hey.
take a 10?
You can try.
12?
Sure. Nkeg will run over when he shouts recruits and grab at his feet and pick them up.
His body shatters.
He'll run back over this way. And grab one through the legs. Smile.
I'll try to grab a body.
Sure.
Is he helping me with the one I'm carrying? Is he just grabbing one of the random bodies by the legs and
No,
dragging
he's
it?
helping you.
Okay. Thank you. Just be careful.
I got a 13.
Oh, he smells awful.
You'll get
No.
used to it, kid.
You won't. I mouth out.
I'll turn sideways so they can easier get by, but I won't even stand up to help.
Okay.
Especially making weird eyes at Hassan when he passes.
Lucky groans laying on the ground as you peel over your papers.
Yeah.
That word. I say it too many times. Peel. It's a good word. Ashmeka kind of steps in the room.
So you're just gonna stand there? Or
so-
you're gonna help?
Who?
I'm talking to
Oh,
Ashmeka when she
you
walks
stop.
in. Yeah, because I'm still right. I'm
You
still
grab
right.
a body and look at her. She looks over at you. She makes a circle motion, and then flicks it.
Insult.
Give me a knowledge local.
Ancient insult.
Probably not good. 7.
She looks at you, makes a motion with her hand, and then you turn and look at her legs as her hips shift, and she turns away from you. You're not sure if she's trying to flirt with you, maybe. But she doesn't seem to step over to a body. She kind of just shows her back to you.
I'm guessing that's a no then, and I just start dragging it out.
She says. You start dragging the body out.
Once we get to this chamber, I'll remember that we had to climb down a ladder, right?
It was a ladder and then a dug-in stair set.
I look over to it and go, I guess this will be fine. We should just lay them out in this room. I nod.
And he's right around the corner from me?
Who?
With the bodies?
It's difficult for people to move their own miniatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could lean around the corner from where I'm moving and see what they're doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll stink much less if you put them all in the same place.
I like to shake my head. Well, unless you can do something about it.
I'm not burying them. Their souls are gone and they've already been cremated.
They don't have any souls.
Why does it?
They did. They've left.
Why does it matter where the bodies are? Can't you just tough it out like the rest of us anyway?
It's just a personal preference.
Takes
Well,
sand scarabs longer than others to get used to it.
I think it's everyone's
I think I
personal
can get
preference
used to
not to rest next to dead bodies, but
Look, some people are just born complainers.
you got a point there.
I like lay it in this
Ouch,
corner.
like,
So I got it.
Perception? Everyone?
Everyone?
oh, shit.
You hear stabbing.
Goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire. Please do not throw great balls of fire at us.
No, you're fine. You're fine, dude. See you, bro.
Going on the table.
14.
27.
21.
25.
42.
I do not see the Joker.
You all kind of all focus on his burnt smell. It hits your nostrils. The good thing about them, it's not as if the bodies are cooked in those meaty section again emulated. So like their entire corpse is burnt.
Yeah.
There's ash and items. The rest of you again are completely focused of the argument and the smell and the disgust, and also being extremely tired and bruised probably at this point. Like your bodies are worn, like the sand rubbing under your skin raw from the you don't have to bathe.
True.
Yeah.
I'll walk through a sandstorm. Adventurers.
Yeah.
Bathed in
True.
sand.
adventures at this point.
I'm like tugging on the body with like my left hand, and then like trying to like hook under the arm with my nub hand arm, and then trying to like drag it like like it just looks dumb, but it's all I can do.
Mo, you like glance up, see everyone. Your almost magically enhanced wisdom. You count the group almost like something you do, no matter what. You can't help it. You hearing the steps of everyone. There's one missing. You can't hear the almost light hidden steps of Owl. So you glance around. As you look by stance of where you are, you can hear like soft padded footsteps, the slight scratch of claws going upwards out of the hole.
Oh, out this way, up the steps. I'll just like huff to myself and shake my I'll just huff to myself and shake my head. Damn fool! I'll say to myself as I'm reading notes. It looks like I'm a mumbling dwarf at this point.
It almost smells worse when we're removing the bodies when we didn't before. Ugh, this is just bad.
I kind of laugh as I lean back in my backpack.
Pick
now.
them up. I mean, like they crack.
Like,
Hassan, this was a
Ash all
terrible
over.
idea.
Smell, and there's a trail of like cinder.
Human soot on you.
it's like, breathe through your nose, Monk. It'll be easier.
Ah. As I like continue moving the body.
You move them over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smells better than the loins of a babe, if you ask me.
Why are you smelling a babe's loins?
I'm just saying. Have you ever smelled them?
Just shake my head. And continue ferrying bodies.
You said that. Steps out. You have children.
Ashmeka says. Like steps out. Doesn't look like she's covered in cinder or
No, not me. Just in town, you see them, smell them.
No. She literally
Just
calls
steps
and
back
steps
of that.
back into
God. Okay. I think she's doing something with bodies in there, so I don't question it.
Yeah.
About what time is it?
Can you give me your underground knowledge?
Is it survival?
It is,
We haven't seen the sun for days.
7.
You still gonna use that one?
No,
Okay.
thanks.
Welcome to the.
you,
Appreciate it.
maybe if you. You're at this point the amount of obscurity and concealment the sun has possessed, the period of time it has. You know it's day. You don't know if it's early day or later day or midday.
Okay.
It's day. It was day.
I'm gonna pull my shield like kind of up onto my knees as I lean back against the rest of my pack. I'm using some water I create, almost try to like scrub it and clean it. It has the like brilliant spiral of pharasma like etched onto it. And as I clean and trace that, thinking of like the symbol it represents of the soul's journey, like from inward to outward into the great beyond, realize I'm probably a lot more in the beginning of the path than I thought I was. Everything that's going on, like the voices of them, and like as the smell of the burnt flesh wafts over me, and like the bickering and talking that's going on, I'll say a small prayer to Pharasma too for those bodies, for our enemies, even though they tried to destroy us. Like they still deserve the same neutral judgment that everyone else does. And I know they'll be judged like properly for their actions.
Give me knowledge religion.
20.
Okay. Yes, you feel almost one with Pharasma, finding your neutrality. As you pointed out, the beginning, as you might be a much older creature now than before. Almost wondering what journey Pharasma has for you.
And then hopefully maybe just fall asleep, even if it's
I didn't
day.
think about
Even
it
if there's
like
stuff
It could be
going on
adventures
around
for
me, just
Easter now.
You begin.
give into that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. Oh god, that's weird.
How many bodies will y'all go in?
I will
I
at
forgot-
least
I didn't
ensure
think
that
about it
all
like
of the
that.
regular cultists
You
are
could live
moved.
way longer,
The
yeah.
As soon as I
snake, however, poses a bit more of an issue.
Methuselah
Okay.
is
As soon as I drop the first one in there, I look at Hassan and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing any more.
Due to the fact that he only has one hand to grab onto it, when he picked it up, it was more like a hug.
So it's
Broken,
everywhere.
cracked. I mean, it's on his face, it's across his body.
And he inhaled some of that
He
people
inhaled it and
ash.
then like rubbed it, and it's just ash and sweat and sand on his body.
Oh,
No more. No more.
And
It's
Kay
fine.
looks up to you with an enjoyable smile.
You can help me if you wish, but it seems like I'm the only one who even wants to do this.
I'll help you.
It's appreciated. Like smile.
At least one of the recruits are doing something. I see him in breath.
Yeah. I'm like lining them up along this
You give
wall.
me an acrobatics.
Sure.
I'll finish up my drawing, I guess.
22.
I mean, probably as they're moving and shifting. You're doing
I guess
like
it would take
shading.
minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
So-
like
Hours.
half hour,
Yeah,
hour,
that's true.
depending on the sketch. You're more tired and it's taking longer as you're like drawing like the rough draft and you like erase a lot.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm ready to get to sleep.
But as you look over, I mean, you can see State praying the shifting of Ankeg and Hassan. What you gonna do about it?
22.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna sit down and like try to like brush some of this garbage off of me
Okay. You're just gonna try to clean yourself.
as best I can.
What are you gonna try to clean yourself with? Just your hands?
My hand, yes.
Okay.
Hit him with the plural.
Oh, that's true.
You ever try to clean yourself with one hand?
Do you have any water?
I do have a water skin. I'm not gonna use that though.
Okay. If you can only imagine, if I put charcoal on you and then asked you to clean it off with that same hand that had charcoal on it, I don't know how you'd clean it otherwise. So how are you going to try to clean it?
I was just gonna try to brush it off, but
I mean, no, you brush the larger chunks off, yes, but I mean, the dust breaks and spreads
Soot
in.
and blood.
It's
God.
soot. I mean,
oh,
You just put the water cylinder on and punch it into your hand.
That's
I'll
horrible.
I'll take my
It's the
I'll
worst
take my
thing
my,
ever.
my backpack off
that
and
not?
pull my mirror out and pull my mirror out and like look at my face. Like I just like it's just like black, isn't it?
I mean, your left eye, as you look in the mirror, you feel worn. You can see how ragged
It's
you
so
are.
evil.
Your left eye is a little bit bloodshot. You remember a heavy strike where you had to lower your brow and it slid into your eye. But then your other one's clear, but there's just a large black soot that's pulled across of it. It's mixed a little bit with your blood. As you were fighting, you bit one of your lips when you were kind of going for a punch. As you peel down your side, there's just a smooth black char ash across your torso.
Yeah, I care. All right. Well, once I see that, I care less about my clothes, but more I care about my. I mean, I just want to get all this crud off of my face so it doesn't start like like if I like start sweating, something just like starts seeping into my eyes or
It'll
whatever.
blind
So
you, yeah.
So I'll at that point I'll take out my water skin and like I'll prop my mirror up to the side and like just try to wash my face off. Like it'll probably wash away my mark too in the center, but in fact that's probably like smeared anyway. So so I'm just gonna start washing it all the way as best I can. I'll wash. What I'll do is I'll wash my hand off first and like get that clean, and then like use my hand to like get the rest of it off my face.
Okay. Yeah. Once you kind of pop the mirror up, start like getting the water in your hands, you use a bit of like your clothing. I mean, you're gonna put the ash on that, but at least you'll be able to clear it off your face. As a bit of time starts to shift, y'all pull, you and Enkeg pull the bodies out, kind of almost relaxing all of you. There is a low groan underneath all of your feet as you are moving maybe the fourth or fifth body out. You were almost joking, thinking about the concept if you could get this boy to help you move this snake, but you don't think the two of you would be able to move it. Y'all were moving.
You would technically be over here drawing. He was sitting against the wall. You came over,
And you look down. Not that there isn't a little bit of sand pushed over, but it seems as if the groaning is underneath all of your feet. You give me a perception just as you begin to doze off.
22.
22. So you get negative 2.
2. Yeah.
Okay, you like open your eyes as like a small tremors going on.
I'm just like sitting there reading.
I'll reach first for my shield, like I was leaning somewhere near the wall, I guess. Maybe I was curled into it. It's the first thing I go for.
You and your
What does that matter? Why did that change everything?
Piece of garbage.
I don't know what the.
My shield's not there?
Yep. Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
I'll play your game.
Justin, real quick, everyone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Another one?
No.
Another one.
You woke up and heard a tremor. You don't hear anything else.
Okay. But I can get the shield?
You like reach forward and grab it?
Yeah,
probably.
okay.
Money.
That's when you're like, hold on, wait, I need to, like, whoa, what happened to my mimic shield? Shield mimic? That's hateful.
Ankeg looks up at you and says,
I was like, I'm gonna use this.
7.
Your eyes, the ground
like,
shakes.
Do
you
I
look
hear
dead-eyed.
oops? Oh, anyone say
No,
oops.
no. You,
I hear it.
I like dead
course
eye,
you
like
hear it.
you
look
look
up
at
at
him
him.
and you look down at his feet.
It's
Again, it's like
water.
pushed on the center of a almost purplish sand.
You haven't trained a
When you
rookie.
glance around, you saw that there were multiple planks that were like lined up. The bottom two look kind of shifted down, and his foot's on the top one in the center. Again, there's a groaning on the ground. What'd you get?
I got a 18.
Like before, when you saw Mo messing with that trap, the ground underneath you is shaking. As you glance over, you notice that your young companion, Enkeg, is standing on the trap point.
Wait, I can see that from there?
Oh, is that where you decided to be?
Yeah, I stopped there and then propped
Okay,
the
then
mirror.
no,
and
you
started
can't see
clean-
Enkeg, but you can hear the grinding of that trap from before.
Don't say the T word.
30.
30?
The T word.
You glance back again. You hear, oops, and the connecting the two dots. Would you get also?
Let's see.
I got
No.
a 38 or plus 5 if it's trap related. To that.
I didn't hear the oops,
Say
right?
no.
Y'all hear oops.
Like, by the
and
time
yes.
I turn around.
I marked it, man.
You didn't tell him that though.
A number of you obviously identify that there's something going awry with this trap.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, what would everyone like to do? You like leap forward, grab your shield, kind of confused, looking around.
Yeah, and now realizing what's going on, like, try to get my pack as well, like, putting my shield over my head and just start to move away.
Okay, so you pick up your shield and put it in the back, or your bag.
With my intimate knowledge of this trap, do I know if there's any way I can save it at this point? Like, is it fully activated, I feel, maybe, by where he's standing?
The
or...
grinding, something hasn't. Either
Finished?
something is in the motion of doing something, and you can't stop it.
Nearly prescient. All
Nearly
possibilities.
prescient.
Trap guy.
Damn.
Then why didn't you see this coming?
I disarmed it.
Now.
You could spend your action thinking and trying to figure how you could disable this if you'd like to do a disable device. That's your action. Essie, thanks. I'm willing to jump to someone else, and if you need
I'm gonna like once I turn around and see that.
you have like the pad in front of you, like the board drawn. She's still frozen. She's not moving.
I'll like drop the pad and like as I drop the pad, I'll pull out my shield and just like hold it in front of me and like crouch down with my back against like the bottom of her, or I'll attempt to.
So you try to like get on this side of her.
Kind of like shielding me and the bottom of her half as much as I can.
Okay.
And like mow, I guess, from where I am. You know what I mean?
Okay, then you can be here.
Yeah.
So you're just shielding yourself
Yeah,
from where
just
you are.
shielding like the door from the doorway, I guess. Like.
That's a good idea.
Hassan and Akeem.
I rolled like a 7 on my perception check.
You
I heard
saw-
him say "oops," but do I even put 2 and 2 together at this point?
I mean, there's a lot of groaning and crazy stuff going on. You're not
I remember
exactly
hearing
sure.
this groaning sound before when we were in that room while he was messing around with his floor, but
It's not that you can understand the purpose
That's a
of
good
it.
idea.
It's more
I
the
was
triggers
gonna,
to
I was
you.
gonna do the same thing. Crawl to her.
like start looking around.
You need additional perception for your turn.
Sure.
Take my own, I guess.
Okay.
16.
You glance. It all comes together for you.
Mhm.
Ankeg, that fool, has triggered the trap.
Drop the body.
Get
and
off
run.
of it! And I'm gonna, like, I'm gonna like move past, try to move to here, 20.
Okay, you sprint 20.
Yeah, and as my move action, then I'm saying, get off of it! And I'll use a standard action to start trying to, like, I guess.
It's more like surprise round.
Oh, surprise! I'll move there and yell, get off of it. Yeah.
Okay.
A surprise round. What can you do in a surprise round? Just a move action or
Move
standard
or
action?
standard.
Move or standard.
Move or standard, yeah.
Move or standard? Oh, ooh.
But don't think of it as mechanically. It's not like we're as initiative order technically.
Right. Can I... Hearing that, can I move... I still have to climb to get to right here, though, don't I?
No,
You
they
don't?
tore
Walk
that
up,
wall open.
Okay, alright.
That's how Ted Sura got in there.
Okay.
Sura.
Okay, I'm just...
That'd be cool, that.
So, so there's no one in the door, right? Or is Malekith
The
at...
wall has been destroyed.
Okay.
It's not a doorway. It looks as if you went into a room and it would have been 4 walls, and then y'all broke through a wall and there was a hallway, and then you broke through another wall and found another room, and then one room had a door, and again a hallway that led nowhere.
Okay. Well, there's no one right here, though, right? Because I remember you...
Where
Except for
Malekith,
me.
you're pointing
Yeah,
You're
at?
pointing at
At
Malekith?
Malekith?
No, I remember what I thought he said that he was
He's-
like under...
everyone is in the square that they are.
See
currently
these
in.
dotted lines?
Okay.
That
alright.
much of the
I'm
passage
in that
is
square
open.
with my shield, look like
Yeah.
Okay,
crouch looking your way.
All right, I'm just gonna move to. I'm gonna move right here in like.
Push him in the area.
No, I was gonna. I'm prepared to like grab him and pull him out, like because all I can do is move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna do right there.
I mean, you can take like 5 foot
5 foot
step
step
and then do an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then can I attempt? Can I attempt to?
A CMB against a CMD.
Yeah.
Drag maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
He looks like he like looks at you.
One
and you're
armed.
like, then reaches just his left arm at you.
Yeah. Let's see what I get.
I'll grab his arm, thinking that like I guess maybe he wants me to pull him in.
So you're
Or
gonna try to
like-
pull him this way.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, great.
I mean, I don't. You know,
Oh God.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Great.
He throws out his hand, and you like guarding with the shield, turn over, grab his arm, and pull him.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
mean-
step back, and he like his eyes
Wait.
go
What
wide.
are you doing?
I say it's coming from underneath you.
It's
I
gonna
like throw my
come.
shield over you.
Teddy Sura, like she's again frozen. Ashmeka like turns around the corner and like looks like what's going on. You see she's wearing a gold necklace that has like a number of rings running across it, and underneath that is even another necklace that has what looks maybe a butterfly of some sort. She has a few rings on,
Come on,
and she
butterfly.
looks around. She has only one
Baby.
earring on, and it looks to be maybe a serpent with like a black stone in it. And she like glances around for a second, and she goes, "What's going on?" And you're shouting like, "Get off it!" And Kick says, "Ah, ah," and lets go of the body, and dives back, and the leg
Can I like?
Ah,
Can I like reactionary like try and grab the body as it's in the air and like swing it over into the square behind me?
What?
It's like sitting there. Let's like get a good grab on the top half and just sling it behind me.
You like looked around, connected all the dots, look
Shovels
over,
us it.
the feet slap on the ground. Your like eyes go wide, like no. And Ashmeka's head, or not Ashmeka, Teddy Sura's head, like had not moved. She'd been completely motionless. Her head turns, the brow and her eyebrows again, harsh, angrily bestial face, but somehow softened with like an odd, magical human face. Her hair shifts and her head turns at an awkward angle until she is looking almost 180 degrees behind her. There's just a flat wall about another 10 feet, and it shatters, running up and down the whole 10-foot section. And first what looks like maybe a hand or a fist comes through, and then maybe a shield, but then it's too large, it's a tower shield. No, it's a giant ball. Rock ball seems to be shifting and bursts through the wall.
Bah.
She turns and her legs just barely get up.
Holy fuck, dude.
I'm gonna need reflexes from everyone.
Oh crap.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Is this a charm or compulsion?
It looks like a large rolling sphere.
Oh,
As you
thank
look
the
down,
Lord.
the floor is rounded.
Thank you,
And it
Jesus.
looks like it had gained some speed before coming here.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christopher.
Lucky.
And thank God. Alright one at least. Jesus.
Oh no.
Teddy Sura, the first one, her legs go up.
And
We'll go to a quick intermission. Well played. Be right back, guys.
Will we survive? Find out soon.
Welcome back, Mummy's Mask, episode 12, The Secret of the Sphinx. When we left off, the players had triggered a trap, or at least one of the sand scarabs had.
Players.
recruits.
I guess it's recruits.
Yeah, recruits.
Yes. He was assisting you with some.
Yeah, because you wanted to move some bodies.
Are responsible.
Moments before, as a trap was triggered, a otherwise stone wall broke, and a rolling sphere seemed to come through this hallway. Y'all watch as Teddy Sura again springs upward. Her wings go to get wide, but you notice that she doesn't have enough space. She strikes the ceiling, and the ball rolls forward. You notice that there's not enough room for her and the ball to be there as her body begins to crack and snap, and the ball forces her against the ceiling with significant force that it might continue pushing her as the ball rushes forward. Looking behind it,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
difficult to see as it broke the wall, but maybe a longer tunnel is behind it.
Upside down and inside out.
We'll do some real quick damage.
What's big and heavy and rolls real fast? We don't do that.
A rock.
Dodge the.
Oh shit. That was a riddle. Oh, you're right.
Fuck you, Tori. That is good.
It's even better how you said it.
Hateful mouth.
Suspense is killing me. And the giant boulder is also killing me.
At least we healed her a lot.
Yeah.
She lets out a
Not getting that riddle now.
human-esque scream, or I guess sentient scream, as the ball presses her body against the ceiling. She tries to resist it and rolls on her legs. One of her wings gets trapped under the section, and it pulls her down the front and rolls over her. But again, still moving with intense force. She seems to get rolled over by it.
Oh my god.
Somebody's getting fired for this.
You pull him, and he screams, "No! Didn't you scream no to that tone, Hakeem? You look over. The Sphinx gets rolled over, and you are in the tunnel on one side, he is on the other. And y'all are clasped arms. I assume y'all pull away and look.
Yeah. 23.
23?
22.
22?
Damn, you could have saved it.
I could have, but I rolled a 1.
Miss, yeah.
You never rolled that bad.
I also didn't help that Malakath stated that he was pulling back.
I
mean, what else is going to happen with a 1?
I thought he wanted me to pull him in.
Let me help you, man. And he was like, natural 1. It's like,
yeah.
Come over.
Perfect.
Anyways, let's get this quick roll through. Y'all know the only exit is that way.
Mm-hmm.
Ball is too fast.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill me now, I won't have to live with my mistake.
Okay, that was good. I'll admit it. That's good. Perfect. Beautiful. Masterpiece.
Or an autobiography. Tyler Howard. The title of your memoirs.
Aw, man.
Ready for the most damage you've ever taken?
Yep.
Malakath, you throw your body up against the wall and make yourself like a snake, but you can't. As the sleep has not come to you and you don't have the ability to. You can't shift, and the entire front of your body presses in, like when you've been a mouse before going underneath a door, but with no, ability to squeeze or feel. Again, your chest just cracked in. 47 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
I think you got the better part of it.
It's like took me from full to 50, so I like my chest like crunching.
Well, I guess the recruit's not.
I like go down on my knees after it goes past me, like trying to get some air.
Yeah, I mean it's going fast, but again it rolls over your whole body. You look over at her, she's
I need a hero.
Yeah.
He's gotta be fast. He's gotta be fast from the fight. Oh god, I'm describing the boulder.
It hits you with such force, but luckily enough, there's no wall there. You go tumbling. You're pro, brother. It throws you, literally hits you, throws you through the wall, and you hit the wall. Luckily enough, there's a moment where you kind of spring up and kind of like put air and kind of stop yourself, and you slap against the wall. 31. It continues to roll forth. Lucky.
28 on his reflex.
Lucky barks and runs into the room, darting underneath it as you go tumbling, both ways and spring out. Lucky's darting past you. 2 more.
18.
18.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Smack me up and crack me up and pimp smack me up.
Smack me up inside.
God, that would just.
It's a
I
good
don't
thing
want
we-
anything rolling across my chest like that. In
It's
real
a good
life.
thing we didn't
That
get
would
hit by
hurt
this
so
before the
bad.
You
snake.
glance, throw your arms around the ledge, and you go to step. The shield there. It hits you, your arms bend and snap, and your body squeezes. You're much thicker than you were before. And the shield catches oddly, and you slap against the wall, your arms bending, you scream, ah! 51.
Frog!
Hassan.
I got a 19. Do I feel as if heroic inspiration may benefit me? In this,
Heroism is always important.
I'm gonna use hero point and make that 23.
Okay.
dwarven curse word of frog. It's to come out of my lips, like, from my DNA, not from my soul or something my body said before. Is it's also hopefully never been arm broken, squeezed in. Like,
Knees weak, arms spaghetti.
There's bombing on your shirt.
bombing on the shields.
Just throwing zingers left and right.
Rifles ready.
Rasmus ready.
You only got one soul, one shot.
That was pretty good.
You turn.
The boulders.
You see a boulder hitting. You see Akeem like slide through the door. Lucky barks. You like turn, like dive and run. You try to get. You see him. He grabs on the wall, and you like dive, throwing yourself flat. Sadly, the boulder's moving too fast as it strikes you, throws you to the ground, and jumps and rolls over you. As it seems to almost squish to the top ceiling as the two of your bodies force it to the top of the chamber.
Good.
That's gross.
It's a hateful trap.
I got turned into a tube of toothpaste. You ever hit a tube of toothpaste with a hammer?
No, a steamroller.
Yeah.
It's slow and like.
No,
this thing is fast.
No, it's fast. This is like literally all turning and acting in milliseconds and getting hit.
Bowling pins.
Yeah.
Bowling pins.
Volleyball.
Steel.
Yeah, that's a good one. But like the you get to act as a bowling pins, but it's like 10 foot. You see it?
Barely got away.
You know what I mean?
True.
Lucky
But,
made it.
I mean,
That's the gutter.
Yeah, but
he
Invasion.
heard it came through the wall and was like, something's coming that way. Evasion? Again, I can't compete with evasion.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
Evasion's probably
actually
one of the better things, I
improved
think.
evasion.
Abilities.
I really think better than evasion, improved
Oh, yeah.
evasion. Okay,
Yeah, seriously, it's ridiculous.
I failed to still made it.
Poopy brain, poopy brain, poopy brain. Poopy brain.
Anything that
yeah.
helps.
you throw yourself flat. It squeezes Stade and you simultaneously. He maybe takes larger brunt of it as it's thicker than you, and you lay flat your Assyrian body.
Maybe get caught in the groove down here.
There's no, you just roll over it.
Uh-huh.
Literally push him against the ceiling. 27.
Okay.
You glance like down. You feel it roll under you, and you feel something. Even though it rolled over you on your opposite side, where your body's pressed down, you feel something pushing against you, but not harshly. Mo.
Next to you. I got a 22 on my reflex.
The ball pushes against the ceiling. Originally, you were going to go over it. That would be the best way. Just push off it, like get yourself as flat as possible, and push yourself against the ceiling. If you can throw yourself hard enough, you'll be fine. You run, go the leap, and the ball slams against the ceiling, and you just throw yourself flat. That's again, you breathe all your air out, knowing that you're thick-bodied, your bag's on you, your desk. You're like, you have some weight. This new armor making you, an inch maybe thicker. Cursing at it, you throw yourself prone. It pushes against the ceiling, and you take damage, obviously.
Okay.
As it passes clear over you, you feel something soft kick against you, from more like your lower thigh, like something maybe pulling or kicking at you.
Is there no time to look?
No, I mean the ball. Y'all hear a scream from Shmeka as she just darts her head back in just seconds. I mean, rolls, and then there's a heavy thunderous slam as the ball strikes into the further wall.
Damn.
I mean, there's a heavy trigger. Knowledge religion.
What?
Yeah.
I see it.
I
see
need
it.
I need it.
Okay.
Oh, that's 20.
What's a net 20?
Do I get him that? Do I get that too?
Yeah, everyone can have a knowledge religion if they want it.
I am gonna take that.
I'm taking it.
Oh, cool. Not bad.
There's a shower of wall.
Damn.
Where that, as you look back, it looks as if it just crammed into the wall. A section of it's still rounded on the side. It bounced against the floor once after it squished you and then hit the wall. Y'all actually maybe slowed it down a good bit. The number of you. Y'all pull yourselves from the ground.
Yeah.
I'll, like,
There's
get to
groaning.
my knee and like try and like
Just breathe.
make sure my lungs aren't crushed.
They are. You can feel the bruise. Every rib was pressed down flat.
Like,
You can feel your organs finally
I'm
getting
trying
enough
to take
time.
like small deep breaths because it hurts if I take a deep breath.
Knowing of the quality of this place that I've
I'll
read
say
about, I'm gonna check the trap to make sure that like it can't reset. Like maybe like, reload. Maybe there's more.
No. You know that.
Because you said there's a longer
real quick,
hallway.
the knowledge religion.
Oh yeah,
Kind of rolls
20,
in. So
24.
it slaps in there. Y'all kind of all breathe for a second. The shimmering chain. Let me get this knowledge religion.
16.
14.
18.
24.
The three of you, you'll make and the two of you, obviously, recollection. You feel a tremor, and you remember the creature you saw on the other side of the wall, Ta, the career god. You know that he is known to come when the earth trembles. It's his birth story, that he is in the center of earth. So as that shakes and shimmers, you kind of make the connection of that sound and what, reference that this trap would have upon anyone that would enter. Maybe a sign from it.
Like a deadly pun.
In a way.
Fate.
I grimace even more. Like as I
The two of you catching that very similar information, but knowing that it is not uncommon, the two of you know, and religious statements that both for the rituals when burial in Assyria, but even passed on, that references to the gods can be used, and that more likely this wouldn't be the only time you reference.
I'll like try and like catch my breath and say,
Only way he would reference.
Chisisek must be man of faith. Like as I catch my breath and like stand up.
and thinks himself clever. As I like try to stand, hanging on one.
Is
wall
everyone
with one arm? The other
okay?
Well, I got
Can
knocked
I
out.
heal
So
check?
I'm fine.
Sphinx.
Oh, she like rolls up and gets up. I mean, one of her wingman's Ockley.
I'm gonna look back at Enkig.
You like glance around, you looking as well. It looks as if he went prone beside you and was flatter and thinner than both of you. He looks completely unscathed.
Dang.
I like look confused.
He's like laying flat, not moving.
You okay, boy? I like shake him.
He like sticks his head up. Is it okay? That was what that soft pressing against you was. It was his upper torso, and what was against your legs were his feet.
Damn.
Nice.
Good kid. Good
I
kid.
say, what about you? I like look at touch
She like shakes her body and like turns and looks, like glancing at if something else isn't come, maybe listening. She says, "I'm fine. Weren't you supposed to find that?"
We did find it.
Yeah.
I think
Marked
it's
it and
marked.
everything, didn't we?
Reset it all.
That might have been me. He like slowly sits up and raises his hands, wincing, maybe expecting a rebuttal.
Don't worry, boy. You
gotta
were
watch
my
where you're
responsibility.
stepping. Say, Mo marks those things out for a reason.
This happened on my watch.
Not the first time a recruit set up a trap.
So just glad everyone's alive.
And another intermission. Be right back, guys. Episode 12. Welcome back again, episode 12, The Secrets of the Sphinx. And as the ball had rolled over you and slammed into the wall, you were looking at Teddy Sura. She kind of glanced and looks back, and stating that y'all should have found those. Y'all speak to the boy, he raises his hand, so on and so forth.
Say, what's the most important is everyone's alright. And I'll like look around.
I'll nod.
Oh, got
Lucky, are you alright, boy? I like holler out.
I'm sure he arcs back,
Yeah.
but a quick, almost responsive yes response. Maybe rather than a double bark, there would be he understands coming.
Yeah.
And he's,
We're not right. No one's all right. Spit blood.
I'm fine.
Oh,
You got up, right?
touching myself.
Oh.
I got lucky.
There's gonna be another one of those. She steps out for a second and scutters back.
I don't know. Give me a second. I'm gonna kneel down and start checking.
Oh, my head.
I'm gonna pick up my pad and move in there and close to Lucky.
Okay.
Disable device pad or a perception?
Perception.
I'll start shifting.
And you also think that you wouldn't be able to gain more knowledge from the pressure point. Maybe you have to check this chasm. And
Gotcha.
so if you just shuffle
Or
kind
I
of.
could just disable the trip like I did the first time again, right? Hypothetically.
Isn't it already disabled? So no.
Sure. Then you can give me a perception. Sure.
Okay.
We got it.
Plus 30 or whatever it is. 35.
Sounds really weird, but it seems like we're broadcasting in slow motion.
Really?
All our voices are lower, and we sound lower. Is there
We'll find out in a second.
Yeah.
If we all go silent, maybe it'll help.
Yeah.
So what'd you get on your perception?
35.
same?
35.
Same.
Yeah. Well, 37 if I get the stone bonus.
Okay. As you glance over this trap, you know that this one can, this trap, how it manually resets itself is the playing of those 3 pads. It seems as if maybe to travel those 2 sand scarabs reset outer plates separately, and then when he was going over it, he reset the 3rd plate, causing the trap again.
Just the constant.
The constant move over finally pressed the plates down and finally activated the trap. That being said, it does seem to
Do you
be
have it open twice?
reset
No, it's not that.
Gotcha.
currently. No, it would have to be reset from manual because it's been activated.
So it's good now, as far as.
It is currently unactivated, but could be manually reset.
Gotcha. But right now, it's where I want it, hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. At that, I'll get up and start trying to get a closer look at the chasm.
Are we safe?
Okay.
He runs after you.
So hold on, boys. Just
right
stay-
behind you.
Just stay back for a second. Just get in that doorway there. I'll point over to here.
What if you need help?
I don't need it. I'll be fine.
As he oh, never mind.
I think move outside actually into the sand.
You want to climb the ladder and start going up the steps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like wherever you gotta put me, I'm gonna offer.
You basically start climbing out.
Yeah. To get back towards the first hole we came in, that looked like there was a hole in the side of the pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be.
I know it's like a ways
See if
out.
that doesn't
or
make
whatever.
It's up a ladder and
Is there up and to the right or something?
it's just straight up.
Straight up.
So you basically climb through the ceiling of this
Right.
room
Yeah.
through a ladder and then go in an angle, a dig hole.
Okay, cool.
About 10 feet after you go up to the ceiling, so it's about 20 feet away.
I'm gonna get out and take a deep breath.
You take a deep breath.
No, the audio's still clicking too.
We might need to restart the stream.
Okay, we're gonna hit a log intermission, see if we can fix this real quick. Please catch it in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, roughly.
Appreciate it, guys. Technical difficulties.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank
Welcome back. Episode 12, The Secrets of the Sphinx.
Thanks for your patience, everybody.
Yes. As we will return, interestingly enough, we will go to the outside of the pyramid. It's a bit shadowy out there. As the storm still stirs above you, almost like a soft snowing of sand inside you had, shooken all that sand off, and now you feel the sand lay across you again. You look across this short open land to a number of tents, left in a bit disarray. Give me a perception check, Malakath.
26.
26. You glance and see the purple robes and tunic, the furred legs and hand, and then finally Owl's cat face shifting, and then steps out of one, holding a number of things in his hands that glint in the little bit of light that's there.
Does he see
As
me?
he pauses and swings one of his hands back. It's holding on to the cloth. It's his left hand. He's holding it like this, swings it open, and then turns and looks over at you. I guess y'all catch eyes for a
I
second.
just smile at him and nod.
You're sure it's either some sort of bowls or tankards of a golden metallic color.
So you find anything good?
He says, "A lot! Come over here!" And he'll,
I'll head over.
let the curtain close and steps into the tent.
Okay.
You take him, maybe
Yeah, I'll
20,
go over.
25 feet, shift over to these tents. You'll go in.
Yeah.
As you look around, you can see a number of footprints. It looks like he's been moving around, or people have been moving around quite a bit here in the sand. As you step in, it's low light. Do you have low light vision?
I don't think so. I'm human. I probably have to squint. Or,
You step in, and the light from outside that again didn't seem like much before now feels like a lot as you peel it open, and the light shines in the room, but only enough to cut a section of the room. You can see a carpeted floor and a number of chairs. They look a bit ancient. Sit in the room. You can't see anything farther in the room except for two glinting eyes that look back at you. They're feline in nature.
Yeah, these were empty earlier. I just didn't have time to check them out then.
He looks at you. He says, "Empty?" He says, "I found a lot."
Well, as far as the cultists.
Yes, they left everything. Come here. Just
Okay.
silver eyes.
I say, actually, if you don't mind, I was going to try and make the pyramid blend in so it doesn't look like there's a hole in the side of it for when we rest. It's going to take quite a bit of time.
As well.
Just whatever you do, head straight back to where the hole is.
I'm not carrying all this.
I say, well, can't you just make a couple trips, or do you need me to help you?
We're gonna have to go get those camels.
That's true. Maybe Mo can carry a lot too, anyway.
Not all this. He says, "Can't you?"
Is there really that much? I'm like,
You glance in the room. Give me perception.
31.
With first glance, you notice that even this large carpet that has been placed across the floor looks old and ancient, hand woven. It seems to tell of a story of a artisan building as a youth in the section of light that you can see. Just the two chairs that lay in there, you can see elongated hands that reach out, and they seem to be holding themselves. And then another arm will reach out to grab it in the furniture, and it is of exquisite nature. Just a little bit that you can see, this is expensive.
So even I know this can fetch quite a pretty penny.
He says,
So
"Yes,
you're right. They must have been here for a while.
I think that's what was in the two rooms." He says, "I found this key too."
Oh, good point. The key, a key.
He says, "Yes, this one."
I put my hand out.
He's inside the tent, and all you can see is the silver eyes.
I'll go in.
You step in. It's dark in here. I mean, other than the light of the tent, as a flap closes, you can see the crease of the light outside.
Can I keep a flap open so I can see him?
When you have the flap open, you can only see a cut of the room.
Right.
You can't see him. And then when you step in the room, if you leave it open, you can see where you're standing, but you couldn't venture in. Those human eyes.
Say, I can't even see in here. Come out here. So,
Why didn't you say something? And his left hand will glow a low flame that will burn. First it'll go like a more pinkish hue, and then finally the standard orange yellow.
I didn't want to give you away.
He
I
shines
smile.
the room. The walls of this tent are stacked with antiquities, urns that seem to be strapped on short shelves, and that one chair you saw is not set out for someone to eat. It looks like there's a number of them that are stacked in there, and there's a short wall. You see several wheels of maybe a cart, and the room filled. You're pretty sure you spot 2 elegant footlockers or maybe chests that seem to be, one's colored a blue, maybe an egret or something is colored on it. Another one seems to have a thick red bleeding bull. And Al is standing in the center of the room, his left hand glowing a flame, and his right hand holding a cylinder with a number of circles on it that look like columns pushing off it. And it's hanging, you can see a almost silk rope that hangs and runs across his wrist where he's holding it. Hands.
See, you're right, Al. This is the jackpot.
He says, and there's 2 more.
See, we've got to tell them.
He smiles. Do we, though?
You know I do. Look at us.
Come on. Fancy whatever you like.
It doesn't matter. See, all of Sand Scarabs could benefit from this. You know that.
Even that kid.
He probably won't even be interested. See, he's just happy to be here.
And the woman, she wants her own share.
Well, she might be.
He smiles, as we can always make her not want to.
See, look, you're here first. Just make sure there's a lot left.
He nods. He says, again, I couldn't carry half this out here. Never mind. Handle animal, maybe?
Handle animal?
Like a knowledge of animals, I guess. Like, that's the only thing I could think of how you'd identify how this could be transported.
Engineering?
Yeah. Like 24 or something?
24?
Yeah.
You've lined a camel or 2 with goods moved over the desert. The worst part is this furniture is going to take up a lot of space. You're not sure if you could move maybe all this on 4 camels.
See, I don't think all this will fit on 4 camels. See,
Yes.
what about thinking about Shiva, though? Like, could she help
with Shiva and a number of camels, 7 camels, more than enough camels.
See, I don't think all the camels could carry us, but luckily Shiva's with us.
He smiles. Good idea. Didn't even think about her.
See,
So how hard is it for you to get out?
See, did you really forget? And I hold out the porcelain.
Didn't know what that was. Is she stuck that way?
Until she's safe to come out.
Well, we're gonna need her then.
Yes. Well, I'll go tell the others before I set up this illusion of sorts, so it looks like we're not here.
Well, just give me a minute. I'll come with you.
Alright.
Come in there without me, they'll think I stole something.
I'll be outside. I'll guard the tent.
Into the rest of the Sand Scarabs.
It's
like groans.
I snap my arm back into place. Most of the rest of my bones return to somewhat original positions in my body as I heal from the terrible rolling boulder.
A spark of divine magic will roll across my arm as I heal myself.
Yes, in the room,
For not
Pedisura kind of bends her wings and then folds them back. She goes to stalk, but notices that there isn't enough room. And just finds herself kind of underneath the laddered area.
Kind of step forward, my hand brushing the wall as I look in that room where most of us are.
You go in the room?
Like leaning around the corner from where I'm at now. I guess face to face with Akeem or looking past him.
You see Enke like turning and looking towards Mel.
Does anyone else need healing? Now that you deserve it. I'm looking at him like,
I think I'm fine. I dodged it.
I bet you are.
He smiles. You hear like a
How did he manage to
Imsirin
dodge
curse. Something about a sleeping serpent. And you see Eshmeka kind of go the move past you.
So what were you grumbling about? Who's to blame then?
She like glares at you. She says, all y'all are to blame.
Wonder what a
Just
rolling
walk
stone
up to me.
She just walks up towards the back of you. I'm sure you're doing something completely different.
Oh yeah.
You're focused on this hole.
Yeah.
Said, I wonder what a stone half that size would do to a statue in the salt flats.
That's
At least your feet were flesh again, and you could step out of the way.
Once I hear him say that, I'll like turn back and notice she's like really close to me.
Yeah, I guess
I like.
you kind of have to talk up to her because she's almost a long-legged human woman.
Yeah.
She moves down. Says, "Did you know that was there?"
You might want to back up. Look, get in the room with the others.
Look, I'm not some kid.
Just get in the room with the others.
She
Notice you got a little bit more jewelry on than you had on before too. That'll be coming out of your share. Don't worry.
They were just gonna throw the snake away. She had good taste.
They were just moving them.
She like stands there, kind of like puts her arm on her hip.
You're gonna move. I don't know if any more of those are here.
You don't look like you could dodge another one.
Why are you talking like we're about to go moving and exploring? We're not going to rest. Not more than ever.
No, just calm down. I'm seeing if there's more of those. I don't know if the trap's fully done yet.
I'll in the middle of our arguing, I'll cast a spell, and the words come out in like a non-dwarven accent as much. So used to casting them and saying them a certain way, I almost pronounce the words human. And like a bluish silver glow erupts in my hand, and I look at I cast like a healing spell in my hand. I'll look at him. Can I make a heal check or
Can I get a perception by the two of you real quick?
16.
You healed yourself?
A little.
Do you do anything else?
Now that I'm standing next to Teddy, so I'll look to her and, are you wounded?
She says, yes.
May I?
You may. You know, it's been a long time since I've had a servant.
I'll just smile humbly.
It is quite enjoyable. I remember why I take such short companions.
Yes. She will be healed for 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
And this one?
Unfortunately, I've used up about all that I can.
All that you can.
Wajid, she only blesses me with so much.
You priests are so much better near water. She sighs.
I
folds her arms almost rhythmically in the same position.
just try and remain humble.
Perceptions from both of you?
35.
16.
Both of you can see that this tunnel goes where the wall is cracked. It severely curves in the dark with your dark vision. You still have dark vision, right?
Oh yeah, all
Okay.
day.
Curves upwards. It looks as if this ball was more than likely dropped and then rolled at the short distance that you can see it at an angle. How close would you like to go?
I don't know if more could be up there, loaded, just ready to go. So I gotta peek above that. I gotta see a true hero.
Okay, so,
you know what I'm saying? I'll take the ball to the face.
Let's get down to business.
This wall shifted a bit.
So Mo's gonna go into the tunnel to check if any more balls are gonna drop.
As you get to the wall there, you know that it goes at an angle, kind of that way. I guess if I could draw it, it would continue at an angle that way.
Look at it. First game of the new year, we get hit with a.
So
ball
this
drop.
is where it turns up.
Happy
If
New
you
Year's.
step past this wall,
Happy
you'd be
New Year.
this floor here is it's.
Okay,
You
so
can look in and there's a step because the ball hit, rolled, and almost shock putted upwards, went through the wall, and then landed. So you'd have to step kind of over the lip. Not that it's high or anything, but
yeah, I'll step here. How tall is the ceiling from here?
that ball maybe had say the ceiling. You notice that it was bowed, which gave it additional room. The ceiling was roughly 10 foot on one side, but had almost 12 feet from top to top.
Gotcha.
So when you step in here, it seems to be that height.
Gotcha.
Give me a knowledge engineering.
Should I do that?
And you get a +2 if you begin to look for traps or anything. As you
I
hear
will.
soft
I mean,
footsteps.
Instinctually, I'm going to be looking around for more.
Actually, as you step here, you know you are inside the trap. Like you are literally in
The mechanism as
the
well.
mechanism of a trap.
Okay. Gotcha.
As I see him start to step away, like still holding the spell in my hand, just go. Just be
What was the
careful.
knowledge engineering though?
I didn't know. 6. What is that, Tori?
It's a 2.
8.
8.
The ball rolls down, and
Gravity.
I'm in a trap.
You're in a trap.
I'm in a trap.
You're in a trap.
Say what?
Almost like the barrel of these new age guns. You sense that this mechanism works maybe similar to that without the aspect of an explosion.
Yeah.
Or maybe gravity. Ancient Osirian techniques.
Well, I know I'm in the trap. I'm pretty sure what it does. I'm just not going to be satisfied till I can see over that lip right there. I'll looking back at Ashmeka.
She looks past you, the wall where it burst through, and she's
Oh yeah, she can't see.
She's looking. That's the. You think they just drop up there? What if there's more triggers?
Could be. I don't see any.
The walls look smooth.
Pretty sure
granite
the balls
blocks.
drop right down into here. They come from an angle up top.
She peers up. So you've seen one of these before.
No.
Oh.
It's a simple concept, though.
So there's more up there then.
I don't know. That's what I gotta find out.
You gonna climb?
Yeah.
She sighs.
I'm gonna step here,
Okay.
and I guess this is. It seems trivial, but I will get a grappling hook out.
Okay.
And try to catch the lip just so I can climb up there.
You glance up and as you look up, you expect there to be an end, and it rolls off. As you look up, it goes about 45 feet. Still getting to the lower aspects of your dark vision. You see a rounded circle above you, and then maybe the shadowy light that would be coming from this room, showing just the glint of more racked behind it. You can see pincers holding them in. Some of the walls look like they have shifting gears or mechanisms in them.
But it's still right now because the trap is.
It does seem to be still currently.
I'll catch
You
my
pull it,
breath.
got a grappling hook and glance up,
Yeah.
and it goes out the middle.
I'll roll the grappling hook back up slowly.
Say, look, you all gonna have to learn to just stay away from that damn trap. It's marked. Everyone knows where it is.
I'll just look back at Ashmaker.
Yes,
Just-
whoa,
I'm just
hey,
frustrated.
I didn't step on it. You brought the kid.
Look, I know there's at least more than a couple of more of those. So they got them pincered in, racked behind it.
Can I come see?
Can you see in the dark?
No.
You wouldn't be able to.
I'll step back up. I'm gonna step over to the hole.
She gives you a scowl as you come out.
I'll scowl back at her.
Underneath your face. You does. It turns. Oh God. It's terrible. I love it. All right. So
I'll step over to the hole.
I'm not leaning up against the
Kid,
wall.
Kind of
on the
just
outside.
peer in and look around.
he kind of steps away.
There's more. More than a few up there.
Oh, great.
So you stopped the firing pin then or whatever, disabled it inside the trap, huh?
Right now, it's completely inactive. We just gotta stay away from it. Don't step on the blocks. Simple.
Right.
So you mean we could trip it again? Then?
Yeah, you could.
Well, at least now everyone knows where it is.
I didn't think
right?
the pattern would be stepped on the first time, but I guess it could be somehow stepped on again and manually reset.
Fool me once, huh?
Tedisura says, "Then I shall remain here. You cannot leave without me seeing."
Look, who still needs healing? It doesn't feel right holding this power.
I'm like
Look at my
leaning.
hand
I'm
as
like
it,
leaning
goes.
up against
Kind
like,
of
the wall.
looking
and I,
past
put
Dave
my-
at the
I'm, like, put my up and
the
s-
door back here,
immediately.
thinking about like the religious aspect of when the earth shakes. That's when he comes, and like thinking that maybe this golem could like bust through the door at any moment.
I reach my hand out and clasp
Mo.
over Akeem's nub
Mhm.
as I heal him, where his hand once was.
Oh,
Mo, considering the absurdity or perfection of this place, what do you think the chances of another hidden room being behind where that boulder hit?
27.
if there was one, it'd be on this wall. Ashmaker says it points at this side. What?
Like you know.
Well, it makes most sense.
These things don't have to make sense to us. None of this makes sense. What makes sense about this place?
That
I
it
look
was
at the
very
Sphinx
well
when he
crafted.
says that.
The Sphinx, motionless.
Hmm.
Breathless.
Yeah, breathless. I mean, not breathing, not eyes aren't blinking.
Say, Stay, did you catch? That's something about those old gods I was remembering. I don't know if I read it somewhere. When the earth shakes, he comes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm the only one worried about that golem busting through that door any second now.
No, it's a joke. It's a sense of humor. Slap in the face. We
think
got
it was-
too close to him.
I think it was talking about
Oh.
the boulder.
Our first step, the boulder rolls, the earth shakes. If we keep going through that door, then Ta comes.
Makes more sense that way.
Something you would do. I look at Hassan. I mean, priests. I like put my hands around.
Like,
You see a smirk go across those Mesh's face.
Say, well, let's settle back down like we were. Get some rest.
No, not in here. This is like the track or something. The river. I want to sleep on the shore. And I'm pointing at Hassan and like in that room where there's a lot of charred bodies.
I'm not sleeping in there.
Okay, how about
Fine then. Go sleep in the ditch the rolling boulder made.
what about the tents? that
No,
they
I'm
were
gonna sleep in the
sleeping at?
other room.
Yeah,
about the
that's
tents?
where I'll be sleeping too.
What about the tents?
I'm not
I
going
like s-
outside.
Why not?
Everyone was thinking it. Because we're safer indoors. That goes for everything from scorpions to squirrels to us.
Yeah, we were so
I'm
much
tired
safer
of being
here with
rained
the
on by
boulders.
sand.
Exactly.
Ashmaker says.
I like get a
Plus, I
quirky
don't mind
smile
the
and put a hand on
Thank
Akeem's
you.
shoulder. Relax.
Hey, kid.
You're too tense.
He like
stay
lowers
away
his
from
head.
just stay away from the
I'm
spot.
never moving
It's
bodies for you again.
marked.
I didn't mean to.
Look,
I
you
was
can
trying
move.
to help.
Look, I've seen you. You can move good. Just
Like,
stop
smack at
over
you.
it.
The legs are really heavy.
She's not the one you need to be lecturing. I like motion at Ankeg.
I was talking to Anke.
I thought
Sheesh
you were talking
isn't
to
the one-
Ashmeka. I
Got
thought
me.
you were talking to Ashmeka.
Yeah.
My bad.
Ask
So
me.
good for listening. Yeah.
It's just,
I'm
stay-
sorry.
It's fine. Just no one's killed. Luckily.
It's my phone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Quick intermission.
We'll come back. I'll know which
Other way,
NPC we're
other way.
talking to.
Wrong side.
All right, welcome back. We are going back to intermission. I am joking.
You childish, bro. You childish.
Hello, everyone. Episode 12 Secrets of the Sphinx. We will return. The tent flap pushes out, and you see Al in all of his purple glory. Hat turned to the side. He steps out. Looking at you, he smiles, tucks his arms. Well, then, we have to tell them then. And goes a step.
I'll walk with them in there.
Okay.
I guess we return to the.
At that time, y'all start to step down the steps and glance through a hole. Y'all hear a shifting of rocks, and Teddy Sura looks up as well as you see two figures looking in.
I'll look back.
Malekith and Al.
Say, you're gonna want to see this. I say,
Y'all hear that.
Mo, I think we hit the jackpot in these tents. What kinds of antiquities and whatnot? Chests.
Anything we need to look at now? While we're licking our wounds.
Not particularly. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make this.
Maybe one, Al says.
We should drag it back down here and put it back where we got it. Leave the tomb like we found it.
What is it, Al? Chest or something?
I think it's a key.
Need help with a key.
Yeah.
Maybe they have some potions or something stored away.
See, there was all types of things.
This is a lot of gold. Looks like old stuff.
Are they all gone? Every last one of them.
Some of their bodies are around. They can hear those camels getting restless. We're gonna need them, I think Malika said.
We're gonna need them and Shiva's help to carry the weight of that stuff out of here.
You want to bring them closer then? Camels.
Can they even make the climb? It's a lot of narrow
No,
paths.
not down here.
They should just be fine.
No, I meant up.
How are we gonna get all this stuff down there?
You bring them closer when the time has come to load everything up, I guess.
We're talking about petty trinkets and
We need a
shiny
whole
bulls.
operation.
That's why
See,
we're
ancient.
here.
No, that's why we're here. And I'll point back into the room of darkness.
Look, it's all why we're here.
That stuff can wait.
Not all of us.
Whatever we decide to do, if this is where we're gonna be sleeping, I'm gonna try and make us blend in again before we get some rest.
Look, I'll go look at whatever Al's talking about real quick. Assess it, what we got going on. It's probably going to be a whole operation, right?
Shmeka says, well, I want to see then.
Oh, looks like your shadow's coming with you. I wouldn't have guessed it.
It's a good thing she's a recruit and you could just tell her to stay if you wanted to instead of just
She's
talking
not
to me.
my recruit. I'll put my hands up. Just remember who's
Aw.
watching your back.
She
She's all
smiles.
recruit.
She says, I like when they're jealous. And she'll, like, touch you and then, like, go to step through.
Like, struggle on and, like, go in front of
She'll
her.
smile at you.
By the way, what time is it? In all seriousness.
I don't know.
You can't tell.
She'll start to climb the
I have to
ladder.
think about it.
Like,
Never
She'll
mind.
take your hand. Thank you, Malika.
no problem.
I don't
So,
know. I kinda wanna check
anything
it out.
pretty for me?
Go ahead.
I'm sure you can find plenty in there.
Kyle says, we could.
Look, you can buy whatever you want when we sell it.
Like, look at Ashmega.
I think
She
it's
looks
best
down
if
at
we
the
all
hole.
stick together.
She says, I'm going to make sure you give me the right cut.
Oh, always fair.
I'll start
I'm gonna-
climbing the ladder.
I'm gonna step outside.
What, so now everyone's going?
I think it's better if we all
Should
stay
we?
together.
Pancake says.
No, you stay down here. Lucky
Okay.
you stay, boy.
I'm not climbing a ladder
He
twice.
whines.
Guard and keg. It's gonna need it.
Like, looks at him, looks back at you, whines.
So I can want me to do a handle animal or like make him stay.
Son, you can
No, he'll stay.
Okay, I know he just says
Doesn't
like,
want to.
Yeah.
Human, no.
No.
Don't leave me.
Stayed, you staying?
Again, I'm not climbing a ladder twice.
I'll stay, Mo.
No, go check it out. Come on, you can climb faster than they can, even if you only have one hand.
You'll climb out.
Doesn't mean I want to.
Yeah, you scared of
I'll
it or
give you a
something.
hand out
Heights.
as well.
Give him the hand.
I've
You
seen
give
you
him the
climb
hand
before,
up the
run straight
ladder.
up a wall.
Everybody that's
That's-
coming
Hands
Well,
on hands.
No, I'm not.
You'll
Lay
step
on
out of a
hands.
room of burnt
On
corpses
the ladder.
into a laddered and then
Look, we should
dug
talk
out
too much.
staircase as a
It's a
number of y'all
ladder.
shift.
Plus, I got
Says-
backup. I'll point
Raises
it
out his backwards hand and then hands you out a cylinder with that's brown, almost a sand color, and then smaller columns seem to be pressing out of its several different angled shapes. Sides.
I'll just like
It's got a
Take
rope
it.
hanging from one side of
take it from him, look at it, try to assess it, what it is. I don't know. It's like a
Knowledge engineering.
engineering. Is that 18?
That's a 15.
Okay. So 19 on engineering.
You turn it over in your hands, very quickly looking it over. This fits a very similar description to the key that might be used for that door.
The one where the golem
Ta
is.
is.
Nice. Well, he made it a little bit easier to get in there with the stone golem, or where the Ta is, rather.
Oh, damn. You don't think it'll get us anywhere else, do you?
One like this. Seems pretty specific, doesn't it?
He looks at it.
What are you sighing because we can get in there without it?
Yes, now it's useless. He shrugs.
I'll like tuck it in.
Like,
Did you hold on to it?
Like,
I just laugh. I just think it's funny because now it's not worth anything to him.
it isn't.
I'm gonna go back out and
Is that all you wanted to show me?
You're gonna want to see the rest.
I'll walk in.
There's only two of you. The rest of y'all will leave except for Enkeg, Hakeem, Stade, and Tetsi Sir.
Unlucky.
And Lucky.
Begrudgingly.
I'll look at Tetsuo. Are you injured?
She turns and shifts, coming from Stone. She says, yes, if maybe he'd be a bit more useful than the other one. His god is, or at least he is weak with his god.
May I approach?
Ugh.
She says, I give you permission.
I like wince when she says that and like look away.
I'll step
He
forward.
is
and,
weak with his god.
That's messed up. I'll say it in my
One way
breath.
of saying it.
That's the worst way.
Take a step forward as a spell I prepared called Forceful Strike, and there's a flash for some reason of me using it on the Sphinx instead, but forgetting and losing it and channeling it into a heal on the opposite side. As I step forward, casting in my hand, and leave my hand out for her once again to touch me instead of me touching her.
She like keeps her hand out.
I'll move forward and touch her then.
Okay. She'll take it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, not very much. 33.
Not very much.
I'm on level 4.
Um,
Should have been at least 40.
Her wings look more angled like they were supposed to. A number of feathers miraculously reappear. Lucky barks as someone stumbles going up the steps. It was Mo.
sorry, buddy.
You summoned him.
You're safe. He's safe.
He doesn't believe
He
me.
doesn't believe me. Skaven, come here, buddy.
It's alright, bud. Listen, buddy.
Okay.
He's not her.
When you look outside,
Skaven, come here, buddy.
You're a good dog.
Go, Sissy, down.
Skaven, come here.
you okay?
Come here, good boy.
our mascot, everybody, Skaven.
Sorry. Is there anyone outside? No, all is clear. Okay, go upstairs.
Go upstairs, Skaven.
Trying to sabotage everything? Never work
Center of
with
attention.
children and pets, is that what they say? Children and animals?
But, sorry, you heal her. The patches of her fur and wings come back. Simple scars disappear under her body. Her hair lays perfectly across her almost lion-esque body. Her head pans back around. Again, that almost savage creature hidden behind an unblinking intellect. Her hair cut perfectly.
I'll say, may I ask you a question, Sphinx?
She says, you would give me a riddle.
Say, no, not a trick, just a simple one.
Simple bores me.
Then maybe you'd find it more complex. Do you worship
She says, the gods.
any or all?
No. Why?
I would ask to pray with you. But if you find no power in it, then I wouldn't want to insult you.
Says, contemplation. Silent contemplation.
Meditation, some call it.
Far away. Where their eyes and heads are circular.
Yes. I've heard tales of this. And did not know how you received it such long ago. I look at her almost like questioningly.
I
Still
have
thinking.
traveled to the north, to the south of the parched dunes. This is all is my territory.
As it should be.
It could be more. There are a number of sphinxes, old and new.
Well, I will not burden you with the gods anymore. Or bore you, I should say.
They are not boring, but complacent.
Truth in her words. Do you still find us as trespassers?
It says, you are trespassers. It says, but a fee must be paid.
And when we cannot pay any longer. And when we cannot pay any longer.
You will receive your earnings, and you will be gone.
Hold on, slowly. I'll like back away from her and find a spot where there isn't too many bodies.
If you go out in the hall?
Yeah, no. In this room.
Well, actually, no. One got smeared right here.
Sure.
I think you don't want to be in the main entrance because they dripped, or broke at points. So there's like a line, but they stacked them at the bottom of the ladder with the intent of one day take them up there, but they got lazy about it. Even the last one's still laying out there, its entire body smushed. Just black smudge across the ground.
Yeah, I'm not touching anymore
I
of those bodies.
thought I
I'm
mentioned
sorry.
it. I was trying to line them up against this wall.
I can't get them up the ladder.
Look, I'm not a priest, so I don't preach. But next time someone tells you they're doing the right thing, maybe you should think if it's the right thing for you or not. If these bodies were to be laid to rest and honored, and I'll motion to the one that's a smear on the floor now. I was like, I think we took 2 steps back in that accomplishment anyway. I'll look at Anket too.
Yes, but
Could have gotten us killed for following an order.
Hassan said that they
Listen to
smell.
Hassan. Don't listen to Hassan. I'll look at Akeem.
Yeah.
Figure it out for yourself. And always listen to Mo. I'll say, like...
Well, he's steered us the right way more times than Hassan has.
He's the reason I'm still alive. I think the reason I'm a dwarf now, but that's something entirely different.
I like chuckle to myself when he says
like,
that.
like, Enki will like just stare at you.
It's complicated, Ankek. It's the same reason you're here, too. You're connected more than you know.
Oh,
But not important at the same time.
I'm gonna be the best Sanskar.
Spoken like a true one. And I'll nod.
That's the right mindset.
I didn't know those traps could be re-trapped. Did you know they could be trapped when they're trapped?
I learned the same way you did.
Dropped a body on it.
It was my own, and I almost brought the ceiling down on all of us.
How'd you stop it?
I didn't. I licked all our wounds after it. It was the least I could do to make up for it. I still carry scars of it, but just again, you didn't know before that traps could be reset, but now I assume you'll never forget. Even though you still should have got like a crushed foot or hand or finger or something.
What he
I
means
think I'm just smaller than everyone else.
No, you're missing the point.
Oh.
The rock should have hit you. You're the one that caused it, but it didn't. So there should be some weight upon your shoulders.
What he means is we all make mistakes, just learn from them.
I will.
Good.
As we pan out.
Before we start to rest,
Oh, here we go.
I don't think we're resting.
well, outside of where we are, I want to, like out in the open, right in front between us and the tents, I wanted to cast a grove of respite there.
Oh, you want to create an oasis?
Yeah, like a small oasis, and then good berries on the trees out there as well.
Oh, you want to fill the palms with figs?
And then around us, basically around that, and like from the tent to
Water
back,
starts
or
pouring in.
basically wanted to like try and make it blend in to look like there's not a hole in the desert with hallucinatory terrain.
Okay,
Or
so
hole
can
in
I
the,
get
pyramid.
sizes for both those spells overlapping?
Yeah.
Like the Playboy Party Grotto disappears or whatever. Like,
Playboy Party Grotto!
So the grove
That's
is
what it came up.
a 20. The grove is
Turn
a
up for
20
what?
foot radius. Like
25 foot?
20 foot radius, like obscuring mist, and it's 2 hours a level.
Okay.
So that'll be 18. And then the hallucinatory terrain takes 10 minutes to cast, which I'll cast after that, is 1 30-foot cube per level. So 270 feet
Okay.
cube. And that's 2 hours a level too.
Okay. So you're obviously not be able to get the entire pyramid.
No. Just like basically
The
make
big
it look
city.
like the hole that's in it is.
So the whole, the oasis and the tents aren't there, and it's just a plateau with a pyramid?
Right.
Okay. As the group ascends out of the steps, Malekith breaks off. First, as he strides almost a grove forms grow and then quickly race up to him and then slowly start appearing as he walks away. Y'all can see almost a mirage in sand of him shifting as he seems to be going through the steps of casting a number of spells. Low pool grows across in front of you, and then you see the shifting of the sands as a low bridge leading from the hole towards the tents, but there's this oasis on each side.
I didn't know he was going to be doing one of those. So, Yashmeka, you want to tell the others? They might be hungry.
She like sighs and starts stepping back down the steps as if y'all had just reached the top.
Yeah.
I'll just stride into
I'll
one
just
of the
look
pools.
at her for a second.
Al smiles. He can't help but show his sharpened teeth.
I'll smile back
He'll
at
look
him.
down.
Nod,
I'll just stride into one of the pools, I guess, as it's going up.
Oh, the pool kind of just grows in front of you, and then you step into it.
Yeah.
It reaches out that side.
Sweet. Alright.
Does it start pouring in the hole?
Mad.
Magic.
Al smiles, starts to walk towards the tent.
I joined them.
Huh? You're walking
Mo
with
and-
Mo. Al says, so, just the three of us here.
Yeah.
Just remember that. He'll, walk towards one of the tents.
I just frown and shake my head.
I'll just shake my head too.
Just the three of us.
Palm fronds is growing almost as you have to step over them, going 10 or 15 feet tall. Y'all step towards the tent, and Al grabs it with one hand, flips it open like a merchant about to sow his wares. He turns aside and smiles. He looks at all of you.
Haven't seen you this excited in a while.
He says, "I'm going to spend 3 weeks bathing in Tefu when we get back."
I will produce.
That's where you want to go, Tefu, huh? Finally get used to that place.
Thought we were going
It's
to
not too
iPad.
bad. It's not as boring as Wadi.
Thought we were going to IPEC.
So we have many places to go. He's
I've
taking. He's
been
talking.
to IPEC.
Huh?
I've never been to IPEC. What's there?
A bounty?
Whatever. We'll be rich.
I was looking. I want to see. Dip it.
I'll produce my ever-burning torch as we walk in.
You see the gleaming of gold with dwarven eyes, and it's instantly ruined by human torches.
No.
It glints perfectly from a human's eyes, as you can see all of it.
Nice.
My goodness.
Look, hey Al, I was thinking about this. Once I see all this
You step in and
massive stuff.
1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Second.
Trap scent.
I'm looking with my
legs.
looking around, torch out, mouse slightly. Guidance cast it on you.
So this tent that you step through is crammed with objects, without question. First on you see a gold platter that seems to be stacked with dates, and another one on the same table in front of it looks like cooked, but now cooled and sat out snake meat. As you look around, there's copper pots and piles of elaborate-looking cushions that roll around on the floor of this tent. Sitting almost neatly stacked beside the tent, or beside the table that has these foods, is a pair of boots, almost unique in their extravagant demeanor. They have large toes, gold in shape.
Pretty sure
As
they
you
didn't
glance
belong
around,
to
you
the
notice
snake.
that there is a number of luxurious bottles and containers that sit both on the floor and on low shelves placed around the room. This seems to be a living quarters of sorts. You spot a chest that doesn't look to be able to be closed, as there are a number of things kind of poking out of it, silver and gold.
That's the best kind of chest.
See, well, Al, got
He
a
smiles.
decent eye here.
He says, and there's 2 more like this. His hands backwards. He says the middle one's filled with some furniture.
So look, I was thinking about that.
What?
You know that bag I got that holds a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
I think there's some stronger bags just like it. They can hold a lot more stuff.
You think there's one here?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if we could buy one, it'd make it a lot easier to when we find stuff like that, just in the future.
I'll keep an eye out for one.
Something to think about.
We should save up for one as a group.
Yeah, maybe invest in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetical looting for the future.
Hypothetical.
Whoa.
With your foot on a chest that's overflowing.
Hey!
One day we can get more.
You can only come across so many hordes. You need bigger bags, man.
He's got a point.
I'll almost on cue roll my hand across my eyes and begin detecting magic.
See, well, we got a decent haul here.
Everything seems to be mundane except for this pair of boots.
I look around. Oh, I point at the boots. Those are magical.
Al looks at you.
Say, well, you know what they
Catch
do.
it on.
I'll walk over and pick them up and attempt to identify.
Spellcraft them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect.
Cursed item.
Ah!
You're dead.
11.
11.
It's a vampiric touch.
Boots of Phantasmal
Turn
Killer.
into snakes and strangle you.
Boots of You're Disintegrated.
You touch them, and it bends in
Mhm.
with almost a organic feel to it. And you turn the torch at it. It's cracked and reaching small sections, maybe carved from something. Almost an orange and green color to it. It feels almost alive.
I almost immediately set them down. Look at my hands. That's.
There's a faint transmutation aura coming off them.
I have no idea what they are, but it almost feels like they're alive.
What's up with you and all the obscurities?
He talks in riddles.
No, seriously. I was just touching living flesh.
I think that snake could wear boots.
I don't think
Can she turn into maybe something that can walk that she needs boots? I don't know.
I've never seen a Naga before.
Is this even her tent?
Look, I don't think it was a Naga. I think it was a snake version of those Lamia or Lamia, whatever you want to call them.
The who?
Remember those lion people I killed?
The Sphinxes.
No, the Lamias, the lions.
Oh,
The big ones.
Lamias, lions.
Look,
You're saying the
think she
snake's a lion?
No, I think she's an advanced Lamia.
Mo, do you make this up?
No!
It is a
I don't.
strange and wonderful world we live in.
Look, I've
Do
read
you
a
think
lot.
the boots could turn her tail into it?
Maybe.
He'll step over.
I could at least tell
Let
you that
me just look at him.
it's some form of transmutation, so
I'm gonna pick them up
That
and
might-
try and appraise these
Sure.
llamas.
that might be possible.
Plus 11. What is it?
That's a 6, I think. A 6.
17.
38.
Don't even know they're magical.
You glance at it. You frown. These are leaves?
They're leaves.
They're brown, orange, and green leaves.
You sure these are magical?
Positive.
Look, we got leaves here.
Al,
Leaves.
you can see the magic, correct?
Yeah.
You tell him.
Sure.
It's magical.
Well, what do? They just magic leaves.
He frowns. That's what a leaf looks like.
All right, well, we'll just hold on to them for now.
Oh, nod. Oh.
Hand
Oh. I
you
hold them,
The leaves.
set them down, take my backpack off, and put them inside it.
Just hold them.
No.
I'll look at them again later.
Make
Nod.
sure you write them down.
Yeah, leaf.
Leaf boots.
Slippers.
Leaf slippers.
Living leaf boots.
That's not what I wanted to show you. Come look at this.
Living leaf boots.
Al steps over to the table and pulls up a silver-looking kettle. It says at least 150.
A kettle.
Yeah, a silver kettle.
I'll look at it. Take it from him and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Appraise it.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's a plus 13. 26.
While it is very pretty, it is exquisite again, but it's old. It's ancient Osirian. It's got more worth. You could probably get 200 gold for this.
And how much did he say? Just
150.
Trying to rip your own self off. You get about 200 gold. You're forgetting this is ancient. These are relics, remember?
What do you mean? This is just her stuff, isn't it?
No, stuff they got from this place, I think. I don't know.
Oh.
So you
This
saw
one's
the
got perfumes in it, and he like points to a few bottles.
perfumes.
I'll like step over there and start like looking through some what he's talking about.
What'd you get on your appraise?
26.
As you kind of glance over a number of wares, you find several bottles of luxury perfume. They don't seem to be particularly old, though. You could probably get 300 gold for them.
Each or total?
Total.
I was gonna say, yeah, boy.
There's
300, you said? Sorry.
Yes.
And then those are the luxury perfumes.
Yeah, those are the luxury perfumes. There's also a magnificent silver and gold tea set that's inlaid with obsidians. Obsidians. Is that how the obsidian?
It's a tea set laced in obsidian?
Yeah, obsidian.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pieces.
Like so black, like...
Yeah.
I don't think there is a plural of obsidian.
I don't think there
I
is.
think it's obsidian.
Yeah.
It's just obsidian.
I have no idea.
Obsidian
A
laced
lot
tea
of
set.
obsidian.
It is.
They seem to... They don't match the silver kettle perfectly. They're
Nice.
obviously from a separate set. You think you probably get 300 gold for them.
Mm.
Lord.
This is just the first time. I've been here a while.
We got almost about 1,000 gold sitting here.
Says, yeah, and what about these cushions? Al says and plucks up some
Like,
pillows.
Got an eye for cushions now. Now that you're some type of cat.
What if they're old?
he needs to make that hut he built
Ancient
on the elephant
Osirian,
more
right?
luxurious.
Yeah.
He like looks at it. He says, "Actually, I might be right."
I'll look at him. I'll press.
Sure.
Yeah. Give him what he's talking about. What's 11? What's that? I can't even. 5. 16.
I mean, not that they are. You probably couldn't get 5 or 6, maybe 10 gold for the pillows and cushions lay on the floor.
Yeah.
They would be probably just a large space. Like they're just gonna take up space. But they're nice.
Probably get a couple gold for
They're
them.
not old though. They're
Not old. Just
What do you mean, ancient Osirian? How could you tell?
look. I think it's just cushions they brought. The cultists brought with them to make them more comfortable. Get a couple gold for them though.
I'm gonna take these tents too. I don't know how to take all of them down.
Are the tents
this-
even worth anything?
This is gonna be a whole operation.
Are they worth anything? Al says, looks at you.
Shake my head.
Where would you be without
Depends
me?
on the weather.
Says, probably rich, but
Not as rich.
no, not as rich. He smiles.
Well, I think we're saving the best for last at this point, and I like look over at the chest that's literally bursting with wealth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll slowly work over to the chest.
You move over the pillows. You look at it. There's a number of coins: copper, silver, platinum, and gold that have fallen out of it.
This just can't be some like bursting chest sitting in the middle of the room. Like there's something fishy about this.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
chest of bursting
As
fireballs.
I approach it, I'm gonna like try and look around for like traps. Look over it for traps.
Go ahead.
This can't. It's too easy.
It is too easy.
Spoken like a true adventurer.
Well, normally
20.
at 20.
Okay, it's 53.
As you step over the first cushion, you pause, glance. There is a trap on the chest, but it's already been used. It looks like a bolt trap on the front. Would spray a number of arrows out of the chest. At its current condition, it is unlocked and not trapped.
And around it is not trapped.
Huh?
In the
Nope,
radius.
you don't see anything around it. The chest is quite ancient of here.
Say, well, it is trapped, but it was
I like step back.
used.
Al freezes.
The trap was sprung.
No.
Bolt trap by the looks of it. Say, but it's good.
So it's safe.
Safe.
He'll move over there quickly. Like pace on the other side of it.
I go like grab one side of it, help him like lift it.
He like looks down at you.
We get it to a table where you can count it a little bit better.
Sure. He like put both hands on it and try to pick it up.
Oh.
Thanks, fucking Diesel.
Oh no, his hands
Oh
are,
God.
his hands are backwards, so he's like
10
like-
on my strength.
Y'all both pick it up. It is immensely heavy.
Or we could just leave it down right here.
It's about 4 foot long and about 2 foot wide.
Oh,
Y'all pick it up. It's maybe 28 inches tall. As you're moving it, y'all shift over to the only table in the room.
Things a game.
When y'all let go of it, the table groans and shifts, and 2 feet on one side instantly sling off and shoot out one of the tent windows. Like, and the chest. Table. More gold, silver, copper, and platinum poured from the chest as y'all shifted the weight of it.
I probably would have been picking them up.
Say, all right.
It's too many coins at this point.
I'm trying to pick them up.
You stopped and picked up the. Did you pick up the coins that were already out of it, or just the coins that are dropping?
Probably started with the ones that were already.
I'm gonna need Stade for this. We already got a system for separating metals. It's gonna be a whole operation. Y'all know that, right? Just wake up in the morning ready to work is all I'm saying.
Well, when are we gonna go in there? Why can't we just make them count it?
Hey, you know,
Look, we have the key
tends to
now.
find,
Don't trust them.
you know, exquisite things.
Gotta count it myself.
Usually in a large quantity.
Wait,
Mo can't help but to count them.
shouldn't she have been back by now? Like, look back.
I'm sure they're at the Grove, not over here.
At that point, you begin walking the circle. Give me a perception. Because you have to walk on the other side of the tented section.
18.
You find yourself overlooking the ledge, looking down.
Well, sorry, 20 with my spear as a walking stick.
You glance down. You can see the camels. They are covered from most of, obviously, the wind and the sand. But they seem to be just strapped up standing, still again at the same post that they were left at before. It's getting darker.
Okay.
You continue your round of, I mean, you're doing your full distance you can, I assume?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, you turn.
walk.
You have 2 more sides to do. You start to walk.
Cool.
As I believe the rest of you, Enkeg. Actually, no. Sorry. She steps back down, pauses for a moment. Y'all kind of in there, kind of. What was the last thing y'all were doing?
I was just talking to the Sphinx.
Okay.
It ain't keg.
You know, we were talking about setting up the trap.
Like
Yes.
string ain't keg.
Don't listen to Hassan.
Exactly. There's like a moment of silence after those statements. It was like a little awkward. And then Ashmeka, hey,
What?
Mo says y'all might want to come see this.
See? Told you.
What is it?
She says, I don't know. The Oasis is back.
What?
That's something I've seen before. And I look back at the Sphinx.
Look, we know we can eat the food or whatever.
My stomach grumbles.
She like frowns.
Let's just go up there.
Why didn't you just say there was food first? I'll
She
start climbing the
sighs.
ladder.
She says, because you'd come if Mo calls you. Turns and goes back up the steps.
It's a funny thing for a messenger to say.
She'll like stop and says, don't test me. And she'll like put a foot at the top of the ladder.
You mean don't pass your tests? Like put my hand on her foot?
No, you're at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I'll climb this ladder double fast. Take -5. She'll look down at you.
Crop does.
I'll just start climbing.
She'll like turn and start going up the steps. You can hear the sound of maybe taking 2 at a time. Okay, so do I have to still stay down here?
Again, boy, do what you want.
But you,
There's a food and oasis and treasure up here. And there's a statue down here. And a trap. And Ta, an ancient god made out of stone.
It's not
it's
a
a
test.
builder god, the Lord Eternal.
Yeah, Why didn't you say something before?
Say what before?
You seem to know a lot about him.
The gods.
Like on the ladder, like looking at him? No, just Ta.
Everyone knows the gods.
I don't know that. I didn't know that much about him.
You're not even Osiran.
Doesn't mean I don't know things.
Oh.
We're separated from a lot of space and time. I forget that sometimes, okay.
We're not very far from each other.
Never lose it. Never lose that point. I gotta start climbing again.
I think I lost it.
I guess I'll get lucky then.
I think I lost.
Yeah. Will y'all help me?
You can try.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like, he can understand you.
Like he can climb the damn ladder himself.
And understand you.
There's dogs that can climb ladders.
There is. He's
I like look.
That's
I like
true, they
look,
do that weird,
I like
like-
look at
yeah.
Lucky, and I'm like,
he's standing beside the kid, listening to them talk. That's the worst part. He's like standing there listening to them
gets
talk.
it too. Like,
Time and space. And Keg's, I don't understand it.
I just
He's
feel
like
like you look over
"Stupid
it like he's
kid."
sometimes like.
Well, he perceives it as a 3-year-old child would, right?
wait, stay.
Yeah.
I'm,
But that's
I'll start climbing back
fit.
down.
Can he climb?
Capacity, but not understanding of experience.
Right.
How do you test that?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a 3-year-old intelligence with a lot of experience.
He's not even 3 years old.
It's
Look,
true.
Yeah, he's not even a year
Wings.
old.
Lucky, it'll be the closest if you just get on my shoulders if you want.
Closer.
He like looks at Enkeg.
He can go first or follow me. The boy, I mean.
He's coming
He
with
barks.
us.
First,
Barks like 3 times.
I like take a knee, like, and look at Lucky. I don't want to do this as much as you want to.
He turns to Enkeg and barks. Enkeg says,
You think he can carry you? I'll say to Lucky.
Enkeg says, Enkeg like looks confused. I don't know what to do. And dog looks back and forth.
I'll smile and look at Lucky. I was like, Ankeg, climb the ladder as quick as you can.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
He runs over the ladder, raises a foot up, like quick, like not even thinking. No.
Even though I told him
He goes and kicks his first leg. It lands on it. He goes to throw his other leg in, but he not stopped long enough for his right leg to hit, and it goes through, and he catches his foot through and stumbles on the ladder. Hold on, I got it. 1 second. Oh my leg.
You got it?
Damn, leg's stuck.
I'll help him.
He like finally pulls his leg out of the ladder, and like pauses himself and like quickly trying to shut up. I got it.
Just
You need me to
take,
carry you too.
just take your time.
It looks like he's trying to go as fast as he can, knowing he's wasted time. He climbs up.
Gotta go
Lucky-
fast.
By the time the boy has
Death of
springs to the top, Lucky runs, makes like a leap to the half, and climbs up.
Oh, we can't.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
How about that?
He's strong.
I'll motion to you.
What is his bonus? I rolled good enough, but
He has a 15 strength, so plus 2.
okay, that's more than enough.
All right.
I just want
I'll
buff
climb.
jackal.
Do I even have to roll it?
You have to roll
I
it.
have to roll it. Okay. Good thing I rolled it. Let's see. Yeah, got a 19.
And he
It's
moves his
tougher than you'd like, but you climb up. You do notice you're taking an additional negative from missing a hand when you're climbing, just as a heads up.
Okay, what is a negative?
I just added to the additional bonus, but just to give you, because you don't have 2 hands to climb,
Yeah.
it's the same as holding a weapon while you're climbing.
Right. Okay.
It's tougher,
Right. Yeah, I figured that.
but you have the climbing skills of like a champion, so you get up. Yeah, you monkey right up.
I mean, he climbs at 50
Are you going
foot
up?
per 6 seconds.
I'll wait and pause and like look at the Sphinx.
She isn't moving.
I'll pause for like an awkward amount of time.
Stay. What are you
You
doing
have
down
a
there?
question for me.
Do you require anything, Ancient One? Must you
Yeah.
eat or sleep? Turn around.
I do not. I no longer enjoy those simple pleasures.
I'll nod slowly. I can just climb the ladder.
You climb up. She doesn't move. As all of you finally ascend, Ashmeka in front of y'all, good like 15 to 20 feet, having climbed the whole way up and then almost quick walked towards the tents, a oasis. In the distance, you see maybe a 60 or 70 foot tall, shimmering mirage that kind of shifts and makes the outward world look different, but you know that it's meant to make the inside not look to exist. You can see it shifting and moving, knowing before y'all have seen Malekith build it, make it.
I think the oasis and plants and figs called to me more than I'd like wanted them to. Can I like drop my pack like haphazardly?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you step in the soft sand. It's like giving and warm.
Yeah, but set my shield down like respectfully on the back, and then just walk into the oasis, I guess, in the water.
As you step from a softer sand, somehow the oasis's bottom are tough enough to like collect your feet. It's not like like quicksand or anything.
Yeah, okay. Just see.
Yeah. Exactly. You feel the warm water reach you. It's clean. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll just enjoy.
What are you doing? You see Eshmeka striding towards the tents. You watch Stade go and relax in the water as quick as possible. Inkhead looks at you wide-eyed, and Lucky's like standing there looking at him and looking at the tents.
Like snag a fruit off of one of the trees.
Oh, it's like glowed at the far edge.
Yeah.
Like pause, grab it.
I'll grab two and like chuck one in Lucky's direction.
You're on the other sides of the tent.
Oh, I'm on the. Oh,
you're like you're on your far ring.
That's right.
It.
That's right.
But you pull one from your tree for you.
Cool. Yeah, I'll eat that for sure.
Perfectly ripe fig.
It says variety of ripe fruit trees, so whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I'll look at him and say, look, kid, you don't have to wait for us to give you orders. Go enjoy yourself.
But
1 hit point.
That's what I'm here to help all of y'all. Because y'all saved me. I owe you a debt.
Relax with Stade. We've done enough work for right now.
Relax with me. Go find your own plot to relax. You're like grumble dwarvenly.
Stade.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna get some fruit. Do you want any? It's not a trick question.
I don't.
Are you hungry or not?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get some fruit. I mean, you can follow us or stand there and stare if you want to, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Is there anything I need to do?
Nothing you need to do. You're fine. You're fine. If you want, you can go find Mo. I'm sure Lucky would like to be back with him.
Yeah, I'll go find Mo.
He's pretty sure he went into one of those tents.
Over there.
Where did I'll look around. Did Ashmeka like walk all the way away? Like,
yeah, she's walking towards the tents. At this point, she's probably like almost reached them.
Do I see her or do I need to do a perception?
You can see her.
Okay, all right.
She didn't walk far.
Look, I'm sure Ashmeka knows where he is. Follow her.
So I should ask her.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her.
Okay.
If she doesn't know, should I come back and ask you?
Sure.
If you see him, tell him I'm looking for him.
I will. I will.
Thank you. Come on, Lucky.
He covered all his angles.
I love it.
He's a smart boy that just doesn't listen sometimes.
No, I think it's that he tries to listen too well.
Grabs on like Lucky's like clothing and starts walking over. Lucky's like nudging him, kind of.
Look,
Lucky actually likes
he's
him,
trying. We can't ask for
that's
more
a point.
than
It seems like it.
Forced to spend
We
time
can't.
with him.
Don't nod like that.
Like you said, maybe he's trying too hard. I'll mage hand one of the fruits off the trees down to him.
Ultimate power.
Wish I could do that. I like
Just flirts in your mouth.
I like look to like one of the. I guess they're like
Push
palm
it
trees or
in
something.
Some of them hanging over the
Like
oasis.
this and push it in the
I look at my nut hand and like think back to like a couple minutes ago to how hard it was to climb the ladder, but I'll just nod and just attempt to like climb it without one of my hands anyway.
Sure.
Okay, that's 34.
You walk up one side of a leaning palm fronds and then kind of like straddle and sit down, and then you kind of shift and pull yourself easily to the end of it, the fronds almost touching the water. You can like look up and see him.
I'm watching like an amazement, like a circus act.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta do something. I can't just pick it out of the air like you can.
Mine was a trick. Yours is impressive.
But I think yours is impressive though.
You just wear these gloves. You could do it too. I can't do that.
Really?
Maybe with
I
some
can't
boots
do
or
that.
something.
I don't think he can wear.
I thought it was magic.
What?
You just plucked you just did this and it just went to your hand.
I like shake my head, not just like thinking on what the arcane has done to civilization for hundreds of years.
And when I'm doing all those motions, I'm motioning them all with my nub hand because that was my strong hand. Like, I'm still not used to the fact that it's not there.
No,
like
hey,
it's like that phantom sense. Like it's like not
You're
there,
trying to
but
make
you
hand
think
signals,
there.
but
Yeah.
it's not there. You know what I mean?
But you're ignoring it. You're just doing it anyway.
So
I almost
that's
stuffed
good.
his turkey.
That's good.
So bad.
I'll say, imagine what we can do if we work together. And like I'll mage hand a fruit and float it to where he's at.
He like plucks one from the tree that you're at and lifts it up to you.
Whoa.
Oh,
Doesn't quite reach it. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
No. He just attaches the mage hand to your nub, so it looks like you're holding it with the mage hand.
Oh,
still daylight
gives
out?
you a hand.
Is it still daylight out?
That'd be sick.
there is still light, but it's extremely shadowy.
You
At
put
this
your
point.
mage hand on his nub so it's like he has a hand.
Ooh, that'd be tough to coordinate. Like you go to move like and pick up and I'm like mage handing you as you're like picking up a glass or something. That'd be crazy. You can take that on the road.
My hand!
That'd be a good act.
The spectral hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
I
pretty
just
dope.
realized how insensitive it was to tell you could wear these magic gloves when I and you could never wear these magic
It went
gloves.
right. It went right by me.
Sure you could. Sure you could. Just one hand's like this. Just empty.
As we shift back over, y'all staring over this chest. Y'all glance over, and the flap opens up.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Ashmeka's tan-skinned head looks in, her hair a bit curly. Says, "Oh, this is where y'all are." Steps in. Wow. Like steps around the chest. Looks around at y'all silently, I guess.
Just looking at her.
A
What's that,
smile rolls across his face. And he looks at you, then looks at you, smiling.
So yeah, we're gonna have to. It's a whole thing.
Ashmeka says, "Why are you always so creepy, Al?" Like looks at him. As you say, it's gonna be a whole thing.
Oh, good, she's catching on.
You too.
What do you mean?
I've seen you looking at me. So, is this all our split?
It's gonna be hard to tell. You know, a lot of counting,
What else is in here?
organizing.
She goes and steps over, plucks one of the perfume bottles off the table and looks at it.
Leave that as a set.
Leave that is.
She opens it and like puts it on her wrist.
Looking like a true
And
merchant.
smells it. Brings the senses. She had style. Starts looking at the other ones.
I bet you would think that things are thousands of years older in style.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
She like looks around at it for a second. Frown. You saying these were in the tombs?
Well, I mean, I think so.
She frowns.
Maybe not.
She like looks confused for a second, like
Ashbeka, how are you identifying the properties of enchanted items?
she smiles. She says, "That's not what I do."
He can. I'll, like, nod to Mo.
That's good.
You can't expect her.
But he doesn't even
She
have
can
the
barely
eyes for
open
it.
a lock. How's she gonna tell things are
Open a
magic?
lock. I'm not the one that stepped on a trap.
I didn't step on it either.
You let Enkeg.
I didn't let him.
You were right there.
You don't even know what you didn't even know the trap was there.
I knew the trap was there. You marked it.
After I marked it, you knew it was there.
Exactly. But you knew it was
Look,
there
you
the whole
almost
time.
stepped on it to begin with anyway. I had to
You
slap
almost
your
let
knee
me
away
step
from
on
it. But I didn't.
Just shake my head.
I'm gonna search a different tent. She
Saved you
stands
from
up.
taking an arrow in the face too. Point blank, didn't get a thing for that.
You wouldn't know where this was if I didn't tell you. And she,
We would have found it anyway. It was on the map. All you did was save time.
the ladder section, the flaps are open and she steps out.
Am I close enough to like hear?
Yeah, yeah, you can hear. I mean,
Echo
y'all were
wings.
kind of talking, and then there's a
Just
shouting
hear
going on.
blabbering, I guess.
Just look over, like fruit floating in front of my face, and take a bite out of it. Thought we were supposed to be relaxing.
You watch Ankeg and Lucky step. Ashmeka steps out looking quite frustrated. Ankeg like walks up joyfully and like seems to say something lowly to her. And she says something rude and snotty. Obviously from the circumstance. Like, then she walks over and the kid like lowers his head. She moves over to another tent. And like looks back at the two of you and then looks away.
I look at Al. So you said there was another tent with furniture in it?
Yes, and then another one that jars. I think there's some organs in them.
Let's have a look at those.
Come on.
I won't follow him.
I like step out of the tent. You see like Ankeg with his head low, like laid low, and Lucky barks in front of you, and the kid raises his head. Oh, Mo! I found you.
Yep, right here, boy.
Do you need any help?
Nope.
Oh.
Why
Akeem
don't
said
you
you might
go
need some
eat
help.
yourself something?
I'm not very hungry. Akeem tried to feed me, but I told him it was alright. That I was going to come and help you because he said you might need some help.
Have you eaten anything?
I don't remember eating.
Then go eat.
Okay,
Look,
Mo.
sometimes you're hungry and don't even realize it.
Well, I'll just be over there. If you need me.
Yeah, I'll call. Lucky you stay with him, boy. It won't be much longer.
He whines. Like that long dog whine.
Alright, well, watch him walk over there to the grove, then you can come find me.
He like looks at you, looks at him, like moves over the Ankeg and like puts his hand around the kid's arm and starts to move off, pulling him. Sure, Lucky.
Lucky puts his hand around the
His
kid's...
whole mouth. His arm. Yes.
Like I'm sitting in a hot tub, I look over to Mo and go, "We good?"
Just yell across.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a whole
Step
operation
back
here.
to
We
the
got a lot of
backside
metals
the
to
grove,
separate.
at the back end of the hole.
I'm gonna take a.
It's like another bay here horde almost.
Does it seem like
I get excited when he says "we hear
there's
horse."
7 of
Might
them?
even be more.
7.
That's a lot.
Then frustrated that I'm excited about what I condemned earlier.
I'm
You
gonna
wanna check
take
it out,
like
don't you?
7 fruits.
Go, just go.
It can
Make
wait.
my way
Just
down
go.
to.
You know you
Make
want
my
to.
way downtown. It's gonna take you a minute.
Stuff.
Are you gonna go back
I
down the
saw a
natural
gleam in
way?
your eye.
Yeah. Is that the easiest?
It's still
Oh
quite
wait, they're
dangerous.
far. Oh.
They're down 2 bridges
they're-
and then.
I'll pick 7, like thinking about feeding them for in the morning, maybe, and then like
How many can you
put them in
have?
my sack. I think it's like
A
enough.
stupid amount.
Yeah, it's like enough trees for 8 people. I think.
Per caster level.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
just
a lot.
It's
I remember
gross.
you said
I
something.
think it's a
about
number of
per
trees per caster.
You
level
like
that
pick a
produce
number of
enough
fruit
for
and
a
walk
morning.
over there glancing, going down the bridge. Give me a perception.
Just throw them at the camels.
So
Sling
19.
'em.
19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You glance for a second. Not that you had looked at them long before and fighting a giant, then some forgotten ferrymen, and then turning to a number of animals and flying. And honestly, you've been a bit distracted, but there's actually a dozen camels.
Holy crap.
In that case, I'll notice that I need more food.
Like,
for
look at the
morning.
food in your
Yeah.
arms. Ah.
I say,
But you think you could technically throw it down from here.
okay. I'll go get enough and come back and try and get onto them. Can I
Knowledge
just technically
nature?
feed them in the morning though? Like if I can make my way down there easier
Making my way
at that
down.
You're
time.
going to make them wait?
I'll do that. That's fine. I know they're strong, tough. They're camels, man.
They're camels. You've seen flying camels, majestic camels.
Yeah.
These are just standard.
I just like
Seen
think and
That's
stuff
true.
like that, and like
Seen all types of camels.
I like head back to the oasis and join.
Primordial camels.
Primordial camels. God.
Flying primordial camel.
You walk back, I assume a number of fruit, like underneath arms.
Yeah.
You watch what looks like Lucky drop off. And Keg like drags him, stops, lets him go, and then quickly spans the section of the oasis, running full speed back towards Mel.
And Keg.
He's, oh, he got me all wet.
I like toss him fruit. I like chew on one myself after I
I'll
toss it
catch
down.
it in both hands. Who said I should eat?
It's a good idea. In the desert, you don't know when you're gonna get to eat sometimes.
I've eaten every day I've been with y'all.
That's because we're lucky.
Oh.
We're blessed by the gods.
I thought it was because y'all were rich.
Mo would say that. I like laugh.
So would my father.
Your father. Who was that?
He looks at you. He
Yeah,
like
tell me
sighs.
about yourself. I like sit down. Like in that way, he sits next to
What
him.
do you want to know?
Whatever you want to tell me. That's all.
He like sighs.
I'm sure it's been a long time since you talked to somebody.
Yeah, I think about my mom and my dad a lot.
See, well, tell me about them then.
Well, my dad wasn't around a lot, always looking for new paths. He says to get from Sothis to Ipeg. But my mom, she took care of us, lots of trips, paying for his endeavors.
How? How would she pay for them?
She ran the caravans. We
Merchants,
had over
then.
100 camels at one point. Sometimes I would stay up all night waiting in the tent for her to come. She'd be checking on everyone, all the camels, everything. But as hard as I tried to stay up, I'd always fall asleep. When I got older, sometimes when she'd come in, I'd still be awake. But I'd lay there. I don't know why. She just wanted to talk to me. But I'd lay there till she left. And like look sad and like a tear goes down his eye.
I'm sure that's a normal thing for boys to do. And when we get older, we want to be independent. I'll smile. She just
Now I
wanted
just
to talk
wanna
to you
be
because
back
she
with
loves
them.
you.
Yeah.
I say, I miss my parents too.
Your parents really old?
I didn't really ever get to know them too well before the attack.
The attack?
Yes, I was raised by druids, if you will. Say we were attacked by elementals.
His eyes go wide. You were raised by druids. What were they like?
Well, like me, but different personalities.
What do you mean?
Say,
They acted like you. You came from a whole tribe of them.
yes.
Wow.
Say, unfortunately, during the attack, my mother and father were passed, but I'm sure Anubis guided them.
I've never met any druids.
Say, yes, the gods bless us, and like look around at the oasis and stuff.
Do you still talk to them?
I try. I talk to the gods daily, but
No, the druids.
often hoping them and wishing that they hear me, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure that they do anymore. Say, I just hope they do. Say, but now that you mention it, I probably should talk to them more. I spend most of my time talking to the gods, I'd say, more than anything, and hoping to one day see my parents again.
Smiles. Yeah. Y'all seem really religious.
So yes, some of us are.
A lot
Some
of
of us
y'all.
aren't. Say some of the things that happen to us and kind of would make anyone religious.
Well, I've always been scared of the gods.
Say that is a good thing. You should fear them. They're strong.
I didn't think they'd guide me here. You think we'll be here longer?
Yes, I think we'll be here for a little while.
He'll bite into his fruit again.
Yeah, me too.
Long-winded and unimportant. Excuse me, everybody.
Treasure.
Okay. Treasure.
Money.
Money. As we shift back,
I'll continue
y'all have
talking
stepped
to you.
out. Y'all start moving towards the other tents.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "So which one you want to see first?"
Let's take a look at this furniture.
Fine.
See if it's just a new or old. Might be worth nothing.
I think they'd drag it out if it was worth nothing.
Ain't no telling.
You said there was one with jars that had organs in them.
Yeah.
You might want to put those back just in case they belong to you know who.
Oh, no. No, it wouldn't.
Well, why not? What value are they to us?
Be in the burial chamber with him.
Like, frown.
Sorry. You like step in and like open it up. Step in. Look back at y'all.
I was like stepping, talking to Hassan or something.
He like looks back at you and points. You see a lining of furniture and goods. You want to go give me a praise?
Yes, I do.
$15?
26. Yeah, 15.
As you start looking through it, you find a set of Masterwork stonemasonry tools. As you start looking through the furniture, it is obviously of ancient Osirian construct. What you thought were might have been furniture actually turns out to be a chariot, disassembled. And there seems to be a collection of fine, almost cooking sets, almost crafting artisan tools for cooking.
Drive safe.
And cooking supplies.
Basically, a chef's
Set.
tools.
Okay.
Obviously, exquisitely crafted.
I like exquisite.
You think you could probably get about 400 gold for the furniture.
For the disassembled chariot or for the
No,
the
that
chef
would be
set?
different. No, for that would be the furniture.
Gotcha. Ancient furniture.
Mm-hmm.
How much was that? I'm sorry.
400.
Roughly.
Just as a side note, while I'm talking to AK, I'm gonna start to pull out some of my pictures and show him like our travels and stuff.
Oh, he'll like kind of look at it and nod.
Just to explain everything that we've been through
Really?
and whatnot. I haven't gotten to talk to him yet, so.
The chariot, even with its exquisite color, is probably only worth about 50 gold. Looks like a light chariot.
And then the stonemason tools and chef set, 50 gold each. Or...
I think it's like 55 gold.
Yeah, 50 or 55.
255 gold.
Okay. So, the furniture is old. Get about 400 gold for that. Not bad. Are we alone in this tent?
Yeah, just the three of you.
Okay.
Or Smoker is not hiding here.
Yeah.
So, well, on to the next tent then.
Yeah. Cuckoo's.
Walk in there, Smecca's getting strangled by like some desiccated internal organs.
Could always happen.
Just like that demon scroll that almost killed one of us.
Y'all kind of glance, I assume, over most of the goods here. So you want to see the other stuff?
Yeah, might as well.
You think we'll actually be able to get all this out of here?
Just take some time.
Size. How are we gonna get this all through the desert? Think those camels can carry it?
That's what Malekith said.
I'm more worried about the sandstorm.
How many camels were there again? Oh yeah, and we got the elephant, right?
7, 8, 9, I don't know. A lot of them. I think it was, might have been 7.
could do it. I mean,
Might be easier to put that chariot together and just strap it to one of the camels.
You can drive a chariot.
could do that. Yeah.
Like, nod.
We have
Yeah.
to take it all the way down there.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
the
to
problem.
carry this and go down there.
Yeah, it's a hike, but do you want the gold or not? Just,
Can't we just hang it over the side or something? Or someone fly it?
I don't know. Malekith might be able to fly it. I don't know.
He carried most of us up here. I don't see why not.
He takes a deep yawn, his hand backward.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. He yawns.
I'll follow him.
I like yawn as well. Yeah. Sharing is it.
Actually, yawn.
In real life yawn.
Oh no, you yawn.
I got you?
Yeah,
Good.
you got me.
I'll get you. Y'all all feel tired, even though it's getting shadowy. You step outside, move to the last tent. You see, the two of you see Stade stands up, kind of grabs his shield, and starts slowly walking towards the hole to go back down.
So you're... Well, alright.
I'm watching they go back down. But I assume you're just gonna go talk
Actually,
to
give me
Sphinx.
perceptions, both of you.
Okay.
27.
23.
Go spot. It looks as if he is sneaking back. He wasn't trying to say anything. He just got up.
I'll
Grab
just
his thing and
smile,
look back.
smirk, and then see him, and then look back, go back to talking to him again.
I look around and see him trying to sneak away. I'm like, where are you going?
He seems to ignore what you said, though. He starts going down the steps. Maybe even a little bit quicker paced.
He's probably tired. I yell at her. He's probably tired.
How far away are you from me?
I think I'm just across on the next oasis.
Who's tired? He looks, he's standing at the edge, I guess.
So he stayed.
Oh, I'm tired too.
He
He
get
yawns.
some sleep. And I'll go over this. We got plenty of time to talk.
Are we sleeping in the tents now?
I say, well, I'll look up. Made this place look like an average desert. You sleep in the hole. You'll be safe.
So we're sleeping in the hole again.
Yeah. I mean, you
Okay.
can sleep out here if you like, in the tent.
In the hole
I'd
again.
like to kind of sleep in this oasis.
You can do that too.
You can.
I can.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
No,
I yell down.
anything I want.
Oh, don't give him that
Within
power.
reason. Within reason, kid.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna do anything, but
What do you want to do?
If you are gonna sleep out here, don't forget about the sand serpents that we ran across.
they'll be up here.
They could be.
Anywhere. A smile.
Well, maybe we should go and tell Mo that they could be here.
See, that's the worst part. We all know. See, there's
I don't want to go to
there's plenty
sleep.
of desert creatures that could be anywhere. See, if you worry about them all, you'll just be walking around worrying all the time. It's not worth
Then
it.
why'd you tell me?
So you knew.
Just so you're aware.
But I'd never. That snake was too big. I'd never be able to fight it.
That's why I warned you that time as well. Smile.
Y'all didn't warn me. Y'all killed it.
It was sneaking up on you when you were at the camels.
You could have shouted something to me, or maybe come pick me up.
I
I mean, an ice storm makes just as much noise, doesn't
I
it?
say I prefer ice.
Didn't hear any ice.
I say, well, I don't know about you, and I'll get up and stretch. And I'll picking the rest of my papers up and then stretch and say, I think I might join Stade.
Hmm.
I'll start to head back towards the hole. You be safe.
Yeah.
You can either go with him or you can go find Mo again. What do you want to do? Or you could just come with me and Malekith, because I'm going to go down there too.
I'm gonna stay up here a little while.
Okay. Just be mindful. Keep an eye on your surroundings.
Okay. I'll try my best.
I won't go just yet. Because I'm leaning on a branch on one of the trees right now, relaxing a little bit, just looking out. I'm gonna do that for maybe a few more minutes and then make my way back down again.
He walks at the water's edge, or the oasis.
Who? NK?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll keep my eye on him for the time that I'm up there,
Okay.
just to be safe.
Just jumps in and holds his breath. It's messed
What
up.
What are you doing?
He jumps in and doesn't hold his breath.
This kid's gonna be the next Batman.
I mean, y'all are training him.
We are.
We are.
Swear to big rise how cool.
Y'all,
Oh no.
I mean, he's part of a cult, basically.
Whoa,
Sandscape's cult.
whoa.
They have a gold mask
We're an
leader.
official.
You're reaching.
Safety.
Ooh.
The three of you finishing up with this tent. Al says, let's get the last one. And yawns. Steps back out. Y'all shift past a number of knocked down tents. Maybe 20 or 30 people could have been here before. Y'all step into another tent that seems to be filled with urns. I mean, probably 30 or 40 of them. And then stacks of scrolls. Some stone tablets as well.
Don't you like scrolls?
Like, nod.
Just don't
Tick.
worry, they're not magical. Size.
Then I'd probably be more interested in them.
Yeah, we can go through them together. Like, walk over to them.
Say, alright, well.
I'll leave y'all to it. He like yawns. Yeah.
Anything special in here? Just more urns.
Found some flasks.
Potions.
Urgents.
Urgent.
Some of those have architectural plans written on them for like tombs and structures. Like yawns again at the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they look ancient?
Yeah, they're all old. He says to you.
Say, well, it could be what we're looking for here.
Oh, really?
Well, some of the. Damn it. Where were those?
He like kind of turns around. I think if you were over there and there was like, I think there's a small structure over there they built.
What? I'll like move over to where he saw it like pointed.
You move over and it's obvious a table and there's something, maybe a small replica of something on it, but there's a number of scrolls over it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna like move over there and start like looking and reading. I'm interested.
I would like
I'm
to
reinvigorated.
assist Mo in
Are we alone in
pouring
this tent
over
as well?
this
It's just the
information.
three of you.
Good.
Just the three of them.
Linguistics and you can give you either. Hold on. You can give me Arcana, Engineering, or History.
I'll do
Knowledge.
engineering.
I assume both of you speak Ancient Assyrian.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta go with history.
17.
38.
17.
26
38.
on my history.
And would you?
17 on my engineering.
38.
No, 26.
Oh, okay, alright.
You quickly start folding through the scrolls. They're stacked. They seem to be still in order.
Oh, good. This makes it easier for cataloging.
The first scrolls seem to detail in quite extensive detail, including the purchasing of materials from everything from stones to giants to halflings and humans for work labors.
Seen this in a tomb before, I think.
Yes, it seems to reference a number of tombs. It doesn't give them names. It references them by numbers.
Okay.
There's a few buildings. Some of them look like single obelisks, but others whole temples. There are a few that seem to reference the construction of sphinxes, as well as one that references a sphinx and then a number of smaller sphinxes on such a grand scale you're not sure it could be actually made. There's 9 smaller sphinxes sitting in front of one much larger sphinx that would be larger than the other 9 sphinxes completely together.
Does it mention like on the bottom or like a title heading like what this would be called, like maybe who it's for,
Or how big that one sphinx is supposed to be?
Let's see. There are extensive details. Let's see. Y'all start seeping through them. Underneath, there seems to be a.
I'm assuming we're going to spend like a lot of time here.
Yes.
Like,
This could take hours as you'll like quickly start scanning over the material that's here. It
This
could take
is
hours.
this is a lot to take in, Mo. Like,
Well-
rub my head.
I got time. Do you?
I like nod. You want a good berry?
No, I'm fine.
Or not a good berry. Do you
You're
want
gonna have to get some rest though at some point.
I like nod. I'm just gonna go get one of those dates.
Mm.
I, like, leave the tent for a moment to go get something to eat, and then come back.
You like go to step outside to get something to eat.
Mhm.
Okay. You flip over a map, or it seems to be a drawing of. It is a rough sketch of what looks like a obelisk that's been adjusted with a long rod across it. It seems to be leaning in, and a cauldron is filled with water, you believe, and then there seems to be referencing a heavy counterweight on the back.
Is the you said it's a pyramid in a
An
cauldron, an obelisk?
Obelisk with a large rod hanging out of it that seems to be holding onto a lengthy cauldron.
Mm. That's weird.
Oh, several of these structures are completely useless to you, at least in quick memory. It references the construction of a library. You wonder if maybe some of these buildings are ruined somewhere at this point.
But yeah, I guess when I'm walking out of the tent.
Are there
I-
any signatures? Sorry.
Oh, there's a ton of owls and pyramids and houses.
When I walk out of the tent, I guess I'm like holding one of these scrolls, and I'm like,
Oh, you're gleaming over it. You flip over one page. On the front, it looked to be detailing an extensively magically enhanced plow.
Plow?
And gives you 3 sheets behind it seem to be sealed together, and it's a list of collected seeds.
okay, I'll, like, make note of that.
Maybe extensive details on a plantation
Hmm.
that Chisisek would create in Afterlife.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
does it actually go over like the materials that would be required to construct such a thing?
Yes, it details them and seems to reference them being there. Seems to be a list of them.
Being in the
You glance
after-
around and see a lot of urns in this room.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
you did
come
see
back
a lot of
for-
urns in that room. You like step outside, pluck
Like,
fruit,
just
chew
random
on it, and
bush.
step back in.
Yeah, almost like I'm getting a coffee or something. Like I appear reinvigorated. Like, this is interesting.
It's pretty good.
It looks like he was planning for the afterlife. I like hold the sheet up.
Oh yeah, they all do that.
Well, he wanted to make did make a magic plow to make fields. Like,
Look,
scratch my
I'm
head.
sure he was buried with all the stuff on that list. Whatever they're buried with or had in life, they're gonna have in the afterlife, right?
Like, nod.
Makes sense, I guess. I mean, it is Chisisek. You know he's gonna have some extravagant plans. Tomb designer should have the fanciest tomb, right?
I think there's a way to tell the difference between what he had planned for the afterlife and what he was building while he was still alive.
I don't know. I think a lot of these plans here, especially the Sphinx one, I don't know who it was meant for. Maybe he meant it for himself and just couldn't afford it. Probably wouldn't mention that. I don't know.
How many sphinxes did it say?
8 or 9.
I like shake my head. That sounds something completely absurd.
Like he was building it for a pharaoh.
On the map, they're over like 140 feet long, the smaller ones. The biggest one, at its smallest section, looks to be about maybe at a shorter side, 270 feet.
On the shortest side?
Yeah, of one of the largest sphinx.
Those are some big sphinxes.
Yeah.
Like real big.
I don't know. So he was close friends with Hakimtep the First.
I think you've mentioned that before. This is just going to take a lot of time, isn't it?
Look, you think those geniuses like Chisisek, they have a lot of ideas, and they just got to put it down on paper. It could be nothing. Maybe just some plan he had.
Journal or just brainstorming.
Never know. If we found his body, could try to even just talk with him if he was willing.
You think Teddy Sora would
No.
let us?
Like almost like I knew where you were trying to go with that.
I mean,
See, that is like she said, what her purpose, right?
I hate digging into a person's words, but she said as long as we didn't remove the body.
So
But that might be going a bit too far.
You think that guardian in there is just gonna let us walk in there and open up the sarcophagus?
Absolutely not.
See, well, we got plenty to keep us occupied and think about.
Hopefully we can find all of our answers here and won't have to resort to such things. Now, what
Maybe.
were we looking for again? Locations of tombs?
So,
I don't think you
you
ever...
don't see any information containing anything about Chisesek's tomb or any tombs that reference Hakimtep.
Okay.
What
That's
about
good.
this,
Sky
uh,
pharaohs,
good.
any floating pyramids, none of that.
Darn.
What
What about
no
this
hidden
model in
tomb,
front of
gotcha.
us? Does this... You said there was a model, right?
There is a model.
Does
It's
it
covered
look
in
like-
scrolls.
I'll start removing scrolls from it. And as I uncover it, do I think it looks anything like the pyramid just outside?
As you take it out, interestingly enough, it seems to resemble a number of sphinxes lined in front of a much larger sphinx.
Oh. I wasn't expecting this. Maybe it is a real
Once he
place.
starts uncovering the model, my attention will turn to that.
There seems to be a depiction in 3D version of one day. Actually, I'll get you. Having all the books I need.
Books.
Yes, there seems to be a miniature version of a single sphinx that seems to be lining 4 on each side, smaller sphinxes that reside in this desert.
Any heading on this or engraving about what it is or anything like
It
that?
is. Give me perception to search it.
Yeah, cover it.
I'll
I know
try
you
and
don't want to
assist you.
search it, so.
I don't know, actually.
I do not assist.
Oh, baby. Want to get with you.
Let me take your picture.
You said you didn't.
Mhm.
So it's
What'd you get?
47.
Not enough
I don't
ever.
know. That's
I wonder
not
if the
enough.
nose is detachable.
Actually, you can take it apart here.
Oh.
Oh man. Nothing. I totally forgot I could do something now.
So,
When you've got all the options but can't remember them.
I had one more wild joke.
No,
I had enlarged camel.
we will have 2 elephants now.
What?
Oh.
So glancing down, interestingly enough, you find that this imposing statue that sits in the center is actually made of small blocks that aren't bordered together. Making a quick reference to the height of some of the palm fronds that are designed on here, you roughly think that this single sphinx, the largest one, probably reaches roughly 600 feet. Or at least its representation would.
If you look at this thing, if this is, to
The
scale like
smaller
it,
ones range 200 feet.
judging by these trees, You mean to tell me this big Sphinx would have been about 600 feet tall?
I like look at it.
Is it holding? Is the Sphinx in like typical like paws out, like head up stance, or is it okay?
All 9 of them?
And there's no like sharp ridges or anything to them.
Just sphinxes. They seem to be a depiction of sphinxes.
That's insane. There's no way something. If he built this, there's no way.
But just because there's a model of it doesn't mean he built it.
Like, we would be able to see it from miles away. He was very ambitious.
Yeah, he was.
Y'all just kind of look over this, and it's plain flat. It has desert sand. I mean, it is exquisitely crafted. Can you give me an appraisal?
Yeah. As I look over it in confusion.
11.
11. It'll be a 22. The appraisal.
22. You glance over it and grab one of the cubes on it. I mean, you're obviously glancing through it, and it looks like some of the cubes shift. And as you grab onto it, you open it, and inside seems to be almost a confusing puzzle of hallways and rooms and chambers, scrawlings and glyphs inside of them.
What the?
What'd you get on your appraisal?
22.
22?
You see this?
So I'm like twisting a Sphinx open, I guess.
You like open it up like it's. I don't think I imagine is like
Those Russian dolls.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
or like
Legos?
opening Legos.
Oh yeah.
That would be the best way I could perceive it and see.
I take it back. He wasn't just ambitious. This man's passion for construction is unrivaled.
For real.
It's hard to imagine he went through all this trouble and it wasn't done.
You could probably get 150 gold for this. To the average person that might have some interest in this is like art.
Yeah, architectural art.
If this is accurate to whatever this is, if it's actually built, it could be roughly priceless.
You mean if it was to scale? Like,
If it was to scale
Yeah.
and this actually existed and this was a tomb, you might have a perfect replica.
and like, I don't know if I could do like a history, geography. Like, there's nothing like this that we could know, like local that would exist, right? There's no known structure of this. Like a knowledge geography, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you just happen to remember the story of the 9 Sphinxes.
You can give me a knowledge planes or religion.
Knowledge planes or religion? I think this my planes might be better than my religion. Yeah, actually it is now.
Here we go, baby.
That would be a 19.
19.
Or a knowledge planes.
You stare into the face of this Sphinx.
Oh, if it's Sphinx related, +4.
Nice.
If it, I don't know. I just thrown it out
What'd you
there.
get? Oh, what was your
19.
19.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Sphinx.
Yeah.
You notice that as you look into the face of this, its face looks a bit worn, but intentionally made that way. As you glance into it, there's a flare of worry as you identify who this figure is. This is a representation of Ashrak Gal, the demon prince of riddles, greed, and portals.
What?
He's one of the demon lords of the Abyssal Realm.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Those
Also
riddles.
known as-
Why does that make so much sense?
He is also known of his titles, the Faceless Sphinx. He is often worshipped by those that would have a tendency towards evil. Evil humans, evil sphinxes.
So, you know, this doesn't make much sense. Looking at this Sphinx. See, I think this is that, demon prince of riddles. They call it the Faceless Sphinx.
Can I do a knowledge religion when he says that?
Sure.
17.
38.
The Lord of Greed, as he is often told. Yes, you know of him.
I like be taken aback. The Lord of Greed. Like,
It's
look at
those
it.
that wish deception, thievery, or ill will upon others can whisper to him.
Why would Chisisek design a pyramid depicting that vile creature?
As you glance more upon the Sphinx, you notice that it has 6 legs, not 4.
What about the others? Like, I'll look closer at the smaller ones around it.
You glance at them, they seem to have standard 4 legs.
There seem to be just countless rooms in this thing. Like,
It is,
immense.
when I say overwhelming, it's a 3D model, and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's glyphs, and as you glance over it, you see one room. Give me a linguistics.
$14.
You notice that one of the characters is referencing the Galaran solar system, but the rest of the words mean nothing, and that is just one simple room.
Could be like
Some
some,
of the words look
observatory or
older.
something. I don't know. At that point, I'm seeing stars and.
You can easily read the words of the 12 planets, laid upon several sections in different rooms. Bald, Kastrov, Galaran, obviously, Akinton, and so on. All 12 are there, represented.
What's in the room that represents Galaran? Like what? Yeah. What room is? I guess is that engraved on the
Just to
wall?
catch you bringing up, we found a model of immaculate detail among scrolls.
The scrolling on it,
Looking
because
inside
there's
of it.
nothing physical in anything, it's glyphs.
Okay.
You see the glyphs of something that represents a pyramid within. It would maybe be like a hollowed section of its right front hall would be where this is.
I just look puzzled, but it's a
What's wrong, Mo?
it's a lot. Well, every one of these rooms here.
There's more rooms than those 12 planets.
Yeah, but I'm pointing to the ones
Oh,
with
yeah,
the, that these 12 rooms represent all the planets in our solar system. The room that would be Galaran says a pyramid within. It's right there on his right paw.
Within what?
I don't know if that would be like, if this was a tomb, if that would be where the burial chamber would be. I don't know.
Something tells me that this is something completely beyond us.
Like this is a riddle itself almost.
Not counting hallways or rooms that would be too small in reference to other ones. There might be 30 or 40, maybe even 50 rooms.
Now that we've got this thing cracked open, Bryce, I'm going to try detecting magic.
Detecting magic?
Mhm.
It is not magical.
Like, I almost seem disappointed. His craftsmanship, like,
Artisans spent lifetimes probably making this.
it's so perfect. I was hoping it might at least be magical, but no, this is entirely I hate to say the word mundane in that aspect.
Well, I mean, we could get about 150 gold for it. I mean, that's worth something.
True.
Classic Mo.
Always thinking about that money.
That's a lot if you think about it for a model.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Well, that means you probably shouldn't sell it.
hey,
That's true.
look, I think though we should hold on to this for a little while. There's a lot to study in this thing.
Where are we going to keep it? Like, how big is this thing?
Probably 3 foot by 2 foot.
Oh,
Oh, that's actually...
Like, I don't
So
know.
big.
We could probably put it in the bag once I empty some stuff out of it.
It's 3D. Maybe the bag opens that. Maybe.
I think it actually opens exactly those dimensions.
This is yeah, whatever. Type
Roughly.
2 one. We'll see. Hey, we fit a lot of stuff in this.
Hey, we
Wrap it with the deer leather.
Yeah,
Stuff it
hey.
in. Whatever.
I think Stade would at least like to see it.
Like, not...
I think everybody should see it. Maybe we could all see something different.
Belongs in a museum.
It does.
On that note,
Or a tomb or something.
this would be a good time to go take a nap. At least for myself.
Yeah, you go ahead. We'll look over this thing for a little while longer.
Just gonna, like, start walking out of the pyramid. Anyone looks at me, I'm just like,
As soon as he leaves, I almost like shift frantically back to some paperwork that I remember of like the obelisk that was it connected to like a rod cauldron shit going on.
Yeah.
When I read the rune of like tomb within a tomb, I thought back to like the tilted pyramid and how like that tilted obelisk was in the center of it. You know, just that even if they're completely unrelated, just the
Yeah.
So, looking at like the angle, like thinking back to what was in the tilted pyramid, like can't remember if that obelisk was like crumbled over to the side or if that's just the way it was situated because the whole pyramid was tilted a little bit. But I'm trying to like draw similarities between that paperwork and like the tilted pyramid stuff, angles. This obelisk, was it the same like shape and maybe
It's not.
not?
This seems to be referencing something that would be a shaduf or a shadaf, which is a Grundy irrigation system.
Gotcha. Okay.
just see math symbols flying in front of
Yeah,
both
too
ways.
much. I'll like roll it back up and go back to looking at the model.
It would be far too expensive for the average mundane farmer to purchase. It allows you to water your crops farther inland.
Something for the afterlife. Something else for
You
that.
need it there. You need it
That's
there.
true.
So your the
Endless
river
river.
Sphinx and the Eternal Realm, that would great water.
Can't water your crops with the water from the River of Souls.
It'll grow big and strong, electrolytes. That's what plants need.
Yeah, I'll just like pet Lucky and
That's how you get mandrakes.
go look over the sphinxes some more.
Yeah.
I want to like try to see if the smaller sphinx is open
Open. You
gently.
start messing with those.
Yeah,
Man, poison
like get some
gas.
like tools out, even like.
Oh, you grab your tools and start looking, measuring rooms.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem as if the smaller sphinx is open, but they do lift out of their position, and you can see where they're supposed to go back in.
Like just indentions in the sand.
Not as much indentions, almost like a figurine would fit there. Like the sand wouldn't fill back that spot, but like it would only be there.
Gotcha.
The sand is not real. It's
Right.
stuck there.
Yeah.
It's a Mighty Max playset.
I'll start going back to like looking
You
in
got
rooms.
that.
On the big sphinx.
Yes. And you?
I'm just gonna like walk back out to the oasis. Like,
We have too many objectives. We got like 7 side quests right now.
yeah, can we
Gonna
clear out
close some
the
of these.
quest log real quick? I
Yeah,
feel like
You
some
open
of
it up,
these-
it's like ding ding
Yeah,
ding
it's
ding 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 ding.
like how many of
There's
these
one
quests?
in Caldor. Like what?
I'll never go there.
They'll be like, what
Yeah,
level
just
am I?
drop that one.
Level 10.
How many of these quests are grayed out? Don't even grant XP anymore.
They always grant gold.
That's true.
True. There's that one red one at the bottom. Like, ooh, not yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not yet.
I think
Not
we
yet.
just found the red one.
Never.
Talking about demons and shit. Nah.
I'm still,
hey,
I'm
demons,
still
bloods,
chilling
and
up in the
demons.
tree. I haven't even left yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Probably
collapse
fast.
under a tree and go to sleep.
Okay. You'll watch Hassan step out, look around. You glance the boys on the farther side of the oasis and king. eyes feel heavy. He like sits down and like starts readying himself, maybe for sleeping.
Knees weak.
Who? Ankeg or this guy?
Hassan.
Okay.
And Cake still seems to be like stumbling about.
Right. Is Hassan within like talking distance of me, or is it?
You have to speak up to talk to him.
Okay.
Like speaking across a yard.
Right. I look down over to him, and I shout out. So you're sleeping up here then, huh?
Huh? What?
You look through the grove.
Yes.
The king standing in the grove.
Anywhere. That's just too much.
So you're gonna stay up here by yourself and not in the hole, right? Because I'm not staying up here.
Shit. I suppose, yes. I'll, start making my way towards the hole.
Wait for me. I look down. How far am I up in the air?
It would be a distance to go see how high you are up. Do you want to walk to the full extent of the mirage?
No. I'm in a tree.
Oh, okay.
Because I was shouting down
Probably
at
10 or
him.
15 feet.
10 or 15. I'll just
It's a
slow
soft
fall.
sand.
I'll just slow fall down.
Yeah, you step up.
Glide right up next to me.
Yep. I don't do that.
With your tongue out just like that?
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
God, this is bad. Somehow
It's like the
word.
Sphinx!
Alright, so we're going or not?
Yeah.
The two of you go also into the hole?
First, I'll go over to Ankeg.
He's on the
check up
other
on
side of the oasis, probably 70 or 80 feet away from you.
him. Alright, you go to the hole. I'll meet you over there. I'll just look at him. I'll look at him. I just look at him
looks
weirdly.
around, wonders if he still can sleep where he is.
I'm like,
I walk to the hole.
Okay.
and I'll walk over to Ankeg.
You start walking over. He's on the other side. He looks over at you.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to him. Like, what is he doing?
He smiles at you. What's going on? He says over the water.
I think we're getting ready to rest now.
Yeah.
I wipe my
It's
wipe
getting
one of my
dark.
eyes.
What's wrong with your eye?
Well, I'm tired.
Oh. That just nubbing your eye was weird.
Oh, they didn't have
Look,
that
I'm
back
still
in
not.
the
You do it. Why
Yeah.
don't you just ask Stade to give you a new one?
I haven't really gotten to that. I mean, we've been doing a lot of stuff.
Oh. Well, I mean, he heals everyone. Why doesn't he just heal you?
I think, he did heal me, but my hand didn't come back. I think it requires more than just the standard healing. I don't know anything about,
The standard healing?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. It's like magic.
Yeah, but he just asks his gods for it, right?
Yeah, but he might need to ask more. He might need to ask more of his gods, though.
But if you don't ask for it, then how will he ask for it?
Good point. I didn't ask for it. I'll ask for it later. Now, are you staying up here? Or are you going in there with the rest of us?
The rest of you.
Yeah, we're all going back into the hole.
Is Mo in the hole?
If Hassan is heading back towards the hole, then I'm pretty sure that Mo is heading back towards the hole too.
Mo's in the hole
Yes.
now.
No, he's being honest, man. He doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
It's Tori. He has no clue.
Mo's
Do you think Mo's going in the hole?
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I can't.
He looks at you.
Tori's
Ah.
in the
I mean,
hole
if
now.
Okay,
if-
yeah, sure.
No, I mean,
I
It's the truest.
is this what you thought?
no, it's literally like
Okay.
out
No,
of,
it's
out
good.
of character, out of character and everything. I literally can't lie anyway. So
So you
Can't lie in real
That's
life.
one of his tenets.
It's one of my tenets, I can't lie.
He doesn't lie.
Cannot tell a lie.
you shouldn't lie. What happens if you break that tenant?
Actually, a lot of
He
lies.
hasn't believed he has. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Monks,
That's a weird loophole.
monks lose
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
similar
Just
to
being wrong.
Yeah.
He
He's
doesn't
being
know that
wrong.
he lied.
as long as I'm
Yes,
being
but
true,
You're never
I'm-
allowed to be wrong.
I have
He's
to,
not
I have
under
to
the
know.
spell, ability of discern lie.
Yes,
he doesn't know.
I have to know it.
He
I have to
doesn't know he's lying?
knowingly
He doesn't
know
know.
that I'm lying in order.
You have to know you're lying.
He has to feel like he's
Then you
telling
should
the truth.
always say.
You gotta
I'm
know that you know
unsure.
that you know that you know.
He could
You
become
would-
a
you
sin
should-
monk
you would
from
be
that one
more
book that I
unsure.
have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And can't go
Speak
in either case.
lies or false
Yeah.
things.
Shift to the other side of the oasis with you,
Okay.
and smile and say, "Yeah, let's find Mo."
You want to find Mo first?
No, you said he was in the hole.
Okay, let's go to the hole then.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
God.
you're child. You're confusing me. I said All right, let's just go. Let's just go to the hole. Come on.
Are we not going to the hole?
We're going to the hole. I'm like walking away, like I'm doing
don't
this.
walk that fast.
Don't walk that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm walking.
I'm done.
My standard speed.
Oh, hey.
I'm in the hole now.
What are you doing?
I don't know. This is just absurd.
Typical Hassan.
Here we go. Delirium is hit. 4 intermissions in. What happens?
It's a thing.
Y'all head towards the hole. You're continuing your search.
Yes.
In the hole.
So
Study.
when you got down there originally, you had found Stade. He was in silent contemplation.
Similar to contemplation that I've seen multiple times.
Yes.
Then I will leave him silently.
Okay. And what do you do?
I'm actually just gonna hunker down in a corner. Actually, in this corner. And I'm just gonna like curl up, lay on my bag as a pillow, and try and get some sleep so I can keep an eye on the entrance to the hole.
Okay. So
And not have this one directly behind me. At least I
Okay.
got the wall behind me. So I'm trying to get some sleep, man. It's been long days.
As you walk down the steps, your feet feel tired. You like throw your feet over and climb down the ladder.
Almost.
Malekith, you hear a slow, like, almost lioness purr from it coming from him. As
I
he's
like
snoring.
look at the Sphinx at first, and then look over at Malekith.
He seems to be sleeping against one corner of the wall. You see Stade. You can see he's not asleep. He's obviously moving or speaking to himself, sometimes making facial expressions like he's contemplating the difficulties of whatever he's thinking about.
It seems I sit in a circle, spiral of ash that I must have drawn from the burnt bodies of the others in the room.
I understand perfectly what he's going through.
You climb to the bottom. Eshmeka looks to be standing in the doorway, and she looks back and forth, glances up at you. As you catch eyes with her, noticing she turned around and you looked at her, she looks back at you and frowns.
God.
I just break
So
eye contact
negative,
as
dude.
soon as possible, and
She stepped around and goes out of frame. Oh, he's praying, and he's not here, and not here. He's dead.
Did I end up near her or not?
She didn't mind if you prayed near her. She wouldn't be part of your prayer.
Sure, but I'll do it near.
so here.
Not between her paws, but maybe in front of her completely.
That's fine. She doesn't move.
Sure. But I'm not under her
It
head
makes
between
you
her
much
paws.
easier to get into your circumstance as you scrawling you had scrawled the ash. She didn't move, didn't say anything, sat down, started. She's not breathing. You don't hear anything from her.
Perfect. Try to mimic her stoicness.
That is ruined when Malekith comes jangling down almost joyously, shifts over the corner and puts his gear down, kind of goes through it for a minute. You hear him grunting a little bit as he gets comfortable.
Imagine he leans and looks at me for a second.
Yeah.
You hear me breathe in and continue to attempt to meditate.
A strong feminine perfume, stronger than before, comes down.
All of my senses bombarded.
And then you hear the conversation of Shmeka
taste.
and Hassan. What do you do when you got down there, Hassan?
I break eye contact with her as soon as possible, and
She breaks it first, knowing you were looking at her.
it's like lagged.
Got
It's
you.
I hang there for a second. And
Oh, you can't help but look at her.
yeah.
It's off. It's all
And then I'll move over to this corner of the room.
Her light source moves around the corner and puts her back in the darkness.
I have an Everburn.
Oh yeah, you have an Everborn torch as well.
I'm gonna head back after a few minutes of observing.
It felt like a few minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Just roll out my bedroll and walk her down.
You put a bedroll down. You and Ankeg. He says, "Can I kill first?"
Go
When you
ahead.
get to the hole, he starts climbing down the ladder. He climbs it. He's heavy-footed and really shakes the ladder and he tries to go down really quickly. At one point, he tries to slide down a few steps. Ah! and grabs the steps back down,
God.
climbs down, and then looks up smiling. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I like sand in my breath.
Sorry, Sphinx.
Sphinx.
29.
You climb down the ladder. It's not ladder climbing is not difficult.
I think I'm just gonna like get. Well, I'm not gonna assume.
He climbs down the ladder. Thud, thud, thud.
Oh God. Not
so
two, but one.
you see Ankeg looking around. He looks at you.
Well, pick a spot.
Where's Mo sleeping?
He'll pick a spot when he gets down here.
You said he was down here.
You got another one.
Is he on the other side?
He is.
I said if Hassan was coming, then he is coming. Not that
Hey
he's
Hassan,
already down
did Mo
here.
come with you?
Oh no.
He's reading.
Oh, is he reading on the other side?
He's in the tent.
He's in the tents? No, he's down here.
I said, oh my goodness.
No, idiot, he's down here.
He's back
and
at the tent.
If he's,
What?
I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over to.
See, okay.
I guess I'm gonna find I guess I gotta find a spot.
Hey, you want to go like right here?
You wish.
About right here. You're there
No.
on the trap.
I'll just take
Technically
a.
have one side of my giant bag. You wanted to for a pillow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use your bag for a pillow.
Use
Whatever you
those
want to do. Light some candles.
sacks.
So I see
I'm using it.
some of us are
as a
sleeping,
pillow.
but not all of us are here. He says to no one in particular.
Say, Ankeg, Mo will be down shortly. He's gonna come get some rest
But
too.
no one should be up there alone.
If anyone,
If there's one person
Mo can.
that's up there alone that needs to be up there alone, it's probably gonna be Mo. Have you seen him hit things?
See,
He's
there's
I've seen
another
him hit
thing
a
you
few
have to know
things.
about Mo.
You think he's gonna be hitting things up there?
No, he's not gonna. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness.
Listen, Mo likes to stay up a little extra and get his reading in because he doesn't have to sleep as long as we do.
Dwarves don't have to sleep as much.
So, no, he's just
He's
has
different.
something that allows him to do that.
Someone has
Just
to be
trust
on
me.
watch anyway.
He'll be all right.
Well, I could have been on watch with him.
How about you be on watch until he gets here? That'd
Be on
perfect.
watch down here.
Down here, watch.
Yes.
Sure.
Don't let anybody through that entrance except for Mo
What about the other entrance?
or that one. Or and I look around and Ashmeka, I guess.
Don't let her in.
No,
I don't really like her.
Wait a minute. I spring up for a second. Eyes going. Where's Al? Look around.
Al is
I think he's still in the
wherever.
other room.
He left the tents a while ago.
So what?
He's
He
probably
left before.
purring
It's
somewhere.
Al.
I like to know where he is, especially
Why?
before I go to sleep.
Look, Steve's
He's
trying
not-
to concentrate.
You want me to go find him?
No.
Look, if you're worried about him blasting you again, he's not gonna blast you as long as you don't get on his nerves. Just go to sleep.
I'm tired of talking.
You're you hear them,
Delirious.
and they're trying to pray through it.
Oh, it's
It's so
I
bad.
can't stop to chastise them because it would ruin the whole moment. So it's just
you're trying to show your
the
strength
joy
here in
the
front
joy
of
The
the
resolve of your fate.
Yeah.
I'm sure
the
we're
point
gonna
is
hear
to get
full
through
later.
it. The point is to get through it.
That's all it
You
does.
got the mind of a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Okay.
And I'll lean back against
a
the wall.
wrecking ball.
So who should I wake up next?
Mo.
Do Mal. Okay. No.
Talk to Mo when he gets here.
Okay. And if he doesn't come,
He will.
He's
If
Mo.
he doesn't come, stay awake.
I'll stay awake.
So he's in the morning I'm awake.
I mean,
He's not back.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm delirious, man.
Oh no! By all means,
Y'all were like, hey, let's do this. Magic Mag, loot, and Sugar Rush. Take some fruit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna immediately fall asleep, but I'm gonna meditate for a few moments.
Okay.
Calm my mind.
Find your chi, center it.
Ash to ash.
Sleep it up.
Is that what you're doing?
You were sure that the kid's moving
Fucking
around?
Rock.
and he's left the room once or twice. But you finish your prayer. You open. He's not in the room. But everyone else is currently there. Everyone that you could hear. Ashmeka's not here. Nkeg's not here, and Al's not here, and neither is Mo. Or Lucky.
Varying degrees of completely fine with that to like worry. I'll collect my shield and stand like again. Look at the Sphinx for like a long period of time.
You stand up, grab your shield, and Nkeg runs back in. Ha! What?
I'll like open one eye and look
Looks
around
over at you.
when he says that. When he does
You're like
that.
standing, I assume.
I'll glance at him slowly. I was like, should have already been in here, but good response time, I guess.
What? So Al's not over there. I
Don't
woke
worry
Ashmeka
I'll
up.
put
She
my
hasn't
hand on
seen
the
him.
shoulder, like,
Oh.
don't worry about Al. Don't listen to him either. I'm pointing out with my other finger.
So, but if you tell me not to listen to anyone, am I supposed to listen to you?
That's a tough one. Philosophy. We'll talk about it later. What'd you say about Ashmeka?
I woke her up. She doesn't know where Al is.
Oh, that was a bad idea. And I said,
Yeah, why would you kick that sleeping dog?
Well, I'd asked everyone else, and they didn't know.
He's fine. So is Mo. Trust me. We've been guess we haven't been alive longer than you have. Never mind. But we're...
What?
Been alive longer.
Yeah. More experience, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you have experience. So
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do?
Get some yourself. Keep asking questions.
So it's your turn.
To what?
Watch.
I haven't slept yet, kid.
I haven't either.
Alright, well look, get some sleep. I'll take watch.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Stade.
You're welcome.
I don't think he's gonna say it, but Akeem really wants his hand back.
What do you mean?
He doesn't want to ask you about his hand, but I think he misses it.
You know I'm awake over here, right?
Oh my!
Oh my god! Yeah.
I
Did
didn't tell you I wasn't gonna tell him.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you hold your nub?
I do.
It's fine. It's fine.
No,
bro.
please. It is
Pound
like
me.
a real...
Stayed. There was a time and place to ask. I'll ask later.
Wait, you
I'll
didn't,
ask later.
you didn't tell him to ask.
No, I didn't tell him that.
Okay. You did that on your own.
Well, he was talking about it before he came down here, and I thought he was asleep.
Close enough. At least you did something by yourself. Like I'll pat him on the shoulder.
Hey, you looked out for me. Good job,
You
kid.
made the right decision.
Good looking out.
Yeah. So are you gonna ask your gods for his hands?
It's more complicated than that.
No.
Ask his gods for his hands.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's just he's basically got it right.
I know. It's just
Dude,
the
what do
way
we
you
have to
said
give
it.
them?
Wow. Actually, you're smarter than you know. Okay. I think
Well-
that's the problem, Akeem. If you want it back, you have to offer something. You know. Because other.
My mother always said that baby crocodiles inside the mother of crocodiles, mummified, was always a good gift.
I think it's about the worth, maybe. The worth is there. Or if it's worth it to him, I think that's the way it works. But you'd have to give something in
Crocodiles are
return.
expensive.
They are.
That's true.
Crocodiles,
Especially
gators.
mummified,
Crocodiles?
Crocodiles there. I was
Is that
like,
really how it
yeah,
works?
crocodile,
Did you
right?
give something in
Sphinx
return
frog.
for a limb?
You do.
No alligators.
Is that just for Pharasma? Is that for any god?
Can we give someone else's a limb?
It's the law of balance, and Pharasma resides over the other gods, so it's all really hers. Again, it's confusing, but we'll talk about that later.
He doesn't laugh.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it in the
His
morning.
innocence, man. It's just sweet.
You
It's
remind
gotta
me of
be a
someone.
virgin.
cares,
Okay,
man?
like, you remind me of someone.
He's
Okay?
gotta be a virgin.
Just get some sleep
Yeah, you deserve it after today.
Okay.
and
Well,
rest. Worry not about the
It smells
gods.
better in the other room with the big burnt snake, so I'm gonna sleep in there. It kind of makes me hungry.
Go do that
I
then.
know. I got that ping too.
Be mindful of the trap.
Yeah, I step over it. Mo told me to jump it because I'm pretty good at jumping.
Good. You keep doing that.
Remember, listen to
Yeah,
Mo.
you keep doing that.
I will. So I'm gonna go to the other side. Do y'all need me to tell Ashmeka anything?
No, just leave
Let
her. Leave her alone. Leave her
No.
alone. Just go to
Just-
sleep.
She could use
She
your
just-
beauty rest anyway.
Sphinx just puts him down.
Oh yeah.
Lay down.
Just you.
I'm usually a statue, but even I can't stand it. So,
He'll like smile and like move out of the room.
Watch it.
He does glance back in one more time before y'all can hear his footsteps. Like obviously him like jump over something.
That one.
I'm sorry.
I fell in the perfect sequence. My elbow, knee, and neck hit.
Hopscotching. Beep 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 boop.
Yeah.
The same oops.
Oops. Oh, not again.
No more oops.
Oops.
I
I'll climb
did it
the
again.
Hey,
Okay.
at least he tries.
So there's tents out here?
As you come up to the
Tent
top,
City.
there's an oasis, and on the other side of the oasis, there is tents.
That's not a mirage. It's part of the mirage, but we can see from within that it's not part of the...
That mirage is on the backside.
Yeah.
Of the tents as well.
Is there just... Well, of course, never mind. Dark vision,
It's
forget.
getting much darker out here. Like there's a pink color, but then that's being shaded, so it's just dark.
After the meditation, I have no idea what time is it. And I kind of enjoy the confusion or
Mhm.
whatever, the altered state. As I go looking for Mo, I'll just walk up to a tent, pull the first one open.
I hear it makes it though.
And then they're
Perception?
just fabbing.
Oh no!
I love these obelisks. I love all the sphinxes.
I love highly accurate models.
31.
The ratios.
The angles are perfect.
It's even detachable.
You,
That's
as you
awful.
kind of look through this material, you do find that a number of these urns, almost 3/4 of them, are filled with seeds or the dried fruits of some, obviously, plants. Some of them seem to be filled with more unique materials. Of their purpose, you're not sure. You don't have. Actually, you might have that. Let me double check. Let me see character sheet real quick. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna snatch up my
What
pack.
does he not have?
Snatch up my
You
pack that
hear
I just
footsteps
like
coming towards the tent you're at.
plopped before I got in the oasis.
You also hear the sound of weapons being drawn.
Roll me a knowledge nature.
Not sure.
Natural.
Naturary.
It's been a while since I rolled up. 20.
Theirs was good.
You identify that some of these are well-stored fertilizers. Almost the remaining fourth of it seems to be fertilizers, or more specifically, items that would be used for particular plants.
Does it seem like these ingredients could still be used if, like, sold to a farmer today? Like, if the guy knew what he was doing?
Some of these seeds and plants might not exist anymore.
Could be extinct.
What?
Whoa.
But they seem, I guess, preserved well.
Oh, you know that they're seeds because they're marked, not that you've opened them.
Gotcha.
But ancient extinct plants. Like, take this modern ecosystem.
This could be priceless.
But you hear footsteps.
I'm bringing the
This is
dinosaurs
after
back.
those seeds.
Oh no.
That's true.
That's wild.
You flick it open. This room is filled with urns. You see Mo shifting around his mask, looks over at you as the light hits it the last little bit. Do you have a light source on you?
Dark vision.
Okay. Oh, dark vision.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm
And you
getting
see,
used to it too.
you glance in, and you expect it to be dark, but then you see him looking at you. You see several scrolls laying on the floor, stacks of papers. You can see a touch of Mo already in it as you glance around how things are set, and already there's a line set towards the door of items. Maybe more red books that need to be cataloged.
Subjects.
There seems to be a small table, and sitting on it is a very large sphinx with a number of smaller sphinxes sitting in front of it, sitting in some desert or dune.
I kind of sigh, like disappointed, like, oh, we're here. And we're still looking at books and scrolls. There's a real Sphinx downstairs and we're playing with toys.
Don't you remember why we wanted to come here?
No, actually I don't. I just remember that we wanted to be here.
Said part of the reason it was so important to find the tomb of Chisisek was all the information that could be inside.
Start scratching my face. Like, yeah, I guess so. It is kind of barren in there. Good thing they moved it before we would have squashed it all, I suppose. I think it's all up here. The whole
Preserved really well. I mean, some of these seeds here for these plants might not even be around anymore.
What? Yeah, like disappointed. Like, that's why we came?
What do you mean? This could
Plants.
be priceless.
Look, I feel it too. My body wants the material things and wealth and that gold. Like, start looking over bracelets and stuff are still in here, or
No.
Look,
Oh,
why don't we
this is-
focus on what
It's mundane looking almost.
is? Oh yeah.
I mean, because it's scrolls in urns. The other rooms, though, it's the gold chest.
Why don't we focus on what the Sphinx is gonna let us take first, before we focus on what she's not gonna let us take?
I've been trying to figure her out more and more, and she seems... I don't know. I still don't get her.
Look, those Sphinxes know a little bit about them. They're pretty powerful. I mean, you've seen her against that serpent.
I don't know, I understand. And she seems to enjoy it when I flatter her.
They're proud, aren't they? Some of them.
She's an ancient being. I'd rather talk to her than read a scroll, but... Anyway, I'm tired. I'm gonna get some sleep.
She doesn't care. She doesn't need to know any of this stuff.
I think I'm just gonna sleep up here. Everyone's fine down there, it seems.
Sure you're gonna sleep up here?
Yeah, one of these tents, right?
I don't know.
I just don't want to climb
Trust
back
it.
down there. And it's getting kind of cramped with all the bodies, the live ones and the burnt ones.
Even in the other room.
I didn't walk that far. I didn't want to take any chances with that trap.
I'll take you back there.
Sure, I guess. What else is up here? Just paper and plants.
We got some furniture in one tent.
Any beds?
I didn't see any beds. I wasn't looking for them. Disassembled chariot. Got some tools. A chef's set, master crafted rather. Some ancient furniture worth a good bit of gold. See, and then the other tent, all
I
types
can
of.
imagine the furniture is like a living room set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like smaller chairs, but no backs, just like that. I can't imagine, but like when you think of any pharaoh sitting on a stool, it's like out. There's no back. You sit in the center of it. It's like a long-graded one and two smaller ones.
Yeah. So I found some
With
magical
arms.
slippers made out of leaves. In the first tent.
Sounds like some elven stuff.
So I found a kettle worth quite a bit. Some perfume.
Okay, I'm
Look,
good.
the normal stuff from tombs we found.
Good on shiny buckets and smelly oils. What about the boots, though? What do they do?
We don't know.
I mean, you don't know.
We
Oh, Hassan looked at him. Does he still have them?
Look, me, Hassan, and Al looked at them. We don't know what they do.
Where are they?
I think Hassan has them last time I saw.
Leaves. Forget it. Kind of brush it off.
I don't know. Seems like something Malekith might like. Walking on leaves or something. I don't know.
I'm walking on leaves.
I have bare feet right now, so with
And
bandages
high
on them.
photosynthesis.
What's the plan then for tomorrow?
Say, well, we got a hell of an operation here. It's gonna take quite a bit to get this stuff down. Hoping Malekith can maybe fly it down. I don't know if we can wrap some of it in these tents.
Oh, what?
I don't
We're
know.
still talking about this stuff?
What were you talking about?
Ta! And the sarcophagus and the Sphinx.
What do you want us to do about that? Kill the Sphinx, then kill the golem?
We'll call that one Plan A, but there's probably a Plan B or C or something else.
I
we
was
can do.
talking about with Hassan.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Good, good.
So if we could somehow just get to the body, maybe I could speak with Chisisek.
Look, I prayed and I asked for Pharasma for a variety of answers. There's a couple solutions we could try.
There you go. Now we're talking.
The
But
Sphinx-
look, we gotta get this stuff out of here first. Maybe take a trip to IPEC. Maybe, I don't know, if their markets aren't strong, go back to Tefu. Medina always gives me a good price.
Please tell me I fell asleep and I'm dreaming. We're talking about dragging all this stuff out of here before we deal with the Sphinx and Ta. And then coming back.
Like I was saying, let's focus on what she'll let us take before we focus on what she won't.
I think we're looking at it wrong. We'll tell her what we'll take.
Look, she's already told us what we can take. Look, you know she's gonna let us have all these goods. Let's not push it.
She let them remove them from here. Well, I suppose she didn't. She was trapped in.
Look, she's the guardian. She's not going anywhere. If anything, she's gonna guard that sarcophagus till we get back.
That's a good point. Kind of like the door in the tilted pyramid. Insurance. I could use some stuff in IPEC. They have any diamonds here? Gems? Dust? Stuff like that?
There's a chest Then I was gonna tell you we need to organize. All different types of metallics. You got your golds, coppers, silvers, and platinums.
I'm gonna start to drool. Like,
You got your gold.
He says all the words, and when he says it, like
The buzzwords.
they're not worth as much, but when copper's next to silver, next to gold, it's just something about the pattern and the color combination.
And an obsidian inlaid tea set.
This is wealth I never thought I'd see. Dwarves. Placed in tombs for dead people to enjoy.
Not back at reincarnated.
And you're worried about the dead people.
I
I'm
am.
worried about this.
Anyway. So we can't sleep in the tents on the fancy furniture.
I mean, you can. There's... Look,
Can I take one pillow with me?
we know his terrain keeps things from seeing what's truly here, but you never know what can stumble into it. You want to be caught out here in the tents hundreds of feet away from us.
We know that Pharaoh's men are egotistical, if nothing else. They think they're right, so they'll be back. They knew they were here. It's not like they're gonna abandon all this. And I'll point at the tent.
I don't know.
You think that's it? We beat them. We're done.
No,
That was
no,
their
but
leader, some snake.
where could they have gone? Just running throughout the desert?
Oh, I'm just saying, like if
They're dead if they do that.
I mean,
if we sent one of the scarabs somewhere and they didn't
Exactly.
return or hear from them, we'd just assume they were something happened. We'd send more, right? We'd go looking for them.
look, I don't know where they went. I don't care. We
Stayed
found our
alone, like a big
destination.
dwarven yawn.
See, maybe Malekith can speed this up, turning into a giant eagle and just flying the stuff down to the camels. I don't know.
All right.
Look, we'll talk about it as a group in the morning. You think it's the best idea to stay in the tent?
No, I just want some sleep.
Alright, let's go get some sleep then.
No. Just I know you like to read.
No, I was getting ready to head back anyway. I was just looking over this last little bit.
Anyone else have any opinions? They just help or get in the way.
Well, I mean,
What are we looking here? I'll squint and look at the sphinxes. What are they? Like nesting dolls or?
look at these.
Oh god, you just restarted.
The big one
everything.
opens.
Let's go to sleep. Oh wait, never mind.
5.
you glance
Like
at
right,
it.
right.
The largest one, I mean larger than the other 8. Its face is worn. It must be a representation of a worn ruin somewhere else. It is, I mean, much larger than the other ones, but they're kind of small.
Which one's Tetsura?
None of them are Tetsura. This is a damn demon lord. It's a demon lord.
Frog! I'm going to bed!
No, look, listen.
Demons?
The
Demons!
big Sphinx. Okay? It's I got it written down right here.
That's
Ash Recall, a demon prince of riddles, the lord of greed. They called him the faceless Sphinx. Look, he's got 6 legs instead of 4. I'm not lying, look.
I don't want to.
Ash,
It's
you would
too
recall.
much.
But look, in this, it opens. This is the weird part. That's what I wanted to show you. Opens 12 rooms for 12 planets. Just these 12 rooms have the carvings of each name of the planet. Look, Golarin's down here in the right paw. But then there's just other rooms too, maybe 40, 30, 40, 50 rooms.
In this toy, but what does it represent?
It's
What
not a
does that mean?
toy.
What is it?
It's a, I don't know, it's some model made by Chisisek, I think.
Oh, you mean like a map?
No, a model. Look at it, it's all the rooms. It's like a tomb maybe that was planned.
So this is a real building somewhere. Oh, or planned to be.
Look, I've never heard or seen anything like this. Look,
This is a roller coaster of excitement,
look at
fear,
this.
and
Look at this little bush
misunderstanding.
down here. That's a palm frond. This whole Sphinx, if it was in real life, would be
You
over
like peer
600
down at
feet
it. It
tall.
looks like a small bush. It bothers you how detailed each circle for the palm fronds goes up, and then each branch goes out.
Look, the point is this
Like
big
it's
Sphinx would be
touching-
over 600 foot tall
It
if it was
bends?
real.
This had to be magic. Stone shape or something, right? Prestidigitation, mending. Like looking at the model, like trying to
Look,
figure out how
Hassan
it's
said it
carved.
wasn't magic.
Well, it may not be magical, but made from magic, yes?
Wouldn't it be magical if it was made from magic?
No, I could pick up the stone and make it a sphere, and it wouldn't be magic, but magic would have done it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Anyway, now I'm more tired than I was before, but excited. I don't know how I'll sleep.
I was thinking, talking to Al about this. Maybe we should hold on to this model for a little while. I can only get about 150 gold, I think, for it anyway.
You'd sell something like this.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't. But since it's only worth 150 gold, it's more reason to hold on to it.
I understand. Why don't you let me hold on to it? Just put it in the bag.
Where can you put it?
Right, the bag.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I can't put it in the bag right now.
Put it in the
I
bag.
feel like we're going around in circles. Or at
There's a
least 2
lot to
steps
think
forward.
about. More to talk
I
about.
don't know how to dance, Fo.
What?
Nothing. I'm tired.
What?
I don't know how to dance.
What?
Let's get some rest. Well deserved.
I'll nod. Like
Leave
dragon.
that. A demon. Why would he be making a demon lord?
Again, look, I don't hold it to you as much as the others, but try not to think in extremes sometimes.
It's not extremes. It's this faceless Sphinx.
No, I just mean it. Demons could be as helpful as angels. I know.
What?
It's easier to see the other horizon when you stand in the middle of the ocean.
I'm not claiming to know everything about this demon lord, but I did know enough to know that its followers, whoever follows it, are also evil.
Naturally.
So how's that helpful to anybody?
It's not. I'm just saying if Chisisek was a man of neutrality, he wouldn't mind working with evil.
Look, I'm thinking that Chisisek might not have been a man of neutrality.
I think he may have been evil.
I don't know. You know, this mask that I'm wearing had powers to raise the dead itself.
Yeah, but that's not inherently evil, I don't think. It just depends on how you use it. Some would say that's good, depending on who you rose.
Right.
But didn't you have a choice?
Well, I think I had a choice. I don't know.
For Riz.
Look, you know what I'm going to say. It's all for Asma anyway. But even that's starting to sound right to me, so...
Look, it's
maybe
not all for Rasma. There's a demon prince right here. How's that for Rasma?
She judged his soul no matter what, the same.
He has no soul.
Sure he does.
What?
How could he go from...
How's a demon have a soul?
The planes of hell are just another destination for the souls in the great beyond, just like the plane of law or the plane of good.
I don't think a demon has a soul.
I even think the other planets factor into it somehow. They have their own planes.
What?
But
I'm not there. I said you wouldn't hope it would, though.
Phrasma Spire, like a great obelisk, and all other...
Look, you said when you died you were on a boat on a river.
Yes,
Right?
but I think that's
Did you
because
see any demons on those boats?
Not that stuff
No,
specifically.
well, there
claims
was something on the
demons
shore.
What?
I don't know, it had the head of a beast, a new bite, one would call it. And a beast surely drugged me back here. A demon if you didn't know its name.
It's not a demon if it brought you back.
Oh, but that's what I mean. Sometimes they're not all so bad. Anyway, I'm sleep. This is
Ah.
my dreams. Like, I need rest, not turmoil.
Let's
when
go
I
back
sleep
to the
as well.
hole. Let's go back to the hole. I'm not gonna let you sleep up here anyway.
Dragging my pack behind me, like in the sand. Makes a groove.
Lucky you want me to carry you down.
Lucky's asleep.
Oh, he's passed out.
He's
I'll
around asleep.
pick him up and put him on my shoulders.
Tired as my
Both
mind
of them
is.
perceptions.
Feels like this body should keep going for a couple days, though.
Snake! It's a snake!
It was a 7.
When I knock it into it.
And you knocked it
Knock it
over.
over.
Oh,
Is that what you said? You want to knock it over?
I Beybladed into it.
Beyblade.
Let her rip.
32.
Oh man, you rolled so shitty.
I did. 32.
What you get?
5.
What if it was a zombie?
Zombie horde.
Oh,
Mutant
get
zombie.
5.
You put up Lucky. Go the step out first, or you going out first?
I'll go first.
You step out. As you step out, you flip the flap open. It's completely dark out there. There is a dark shadow that seems to be transitioning from the last bit of light. That's standing about 4 or 5 feet outside the flap, and it spooks you for a second. It takes you a second to try to figure out what it is. It almost looks lion-esque and is perched right in front of you. You glance past him and can see it's Teddy Sura. Your eyes blink for a second until they settle from dark vision to normal vision. You can see Teddy Sura is just sitting there. Her lower section's down, her front is long, and she's just sitting there, her wings tucked.
Trying to sneak up on us.
She like looks and turns and looks. She says, "I successfully have."
Look, I knew you were there.
I'll yawn. My brain just going to repetition. Like, When I approach, and I'm walking up to her.
She looks at you. I heard you. And she like raises up her back legs and then like trails back towards the hole.
We didn't say anything bad about you. If anything, it was good. Respecting your wishes.
And
You're
just
still alive.
Point about the ego thing.
So were you.
You're welcome.
She turns. You are welcome as well.
I'll nod. Like, thank you.
Got you out of that prison.
She'll like front body goes down the hole, lower body takes a minute. Y'all shuffle, I assume, kind of head that direction, tired.
Yeah.
Lucky like lazily laying on his shoulder, like moves his head, but lays his head. He's obviously tired.
Yeah.
Y'all would descend back into the hole.
Mm-hmm. He's used to my rhythmic gait that I've had since carrying him as a pup.
Yeah.
True.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all shift back into the same tomb that y'all originally came from, we will pause episode 12, Secrets of the Sphinx.
Sweet.
This is a quick reference to everyone watching. Thanks for staying with us as we had those intermissions and sticking with us through all these episodes. Feel free to go to our websites, Facebook, Twitch. Ask us questions if you have anything.
Yeah,
Thanks
let
for
us know what you
watching us.
think. Let us know what you think. Hit us up.
Can't wait to find out what happened next time.
Yeah.
Episode
Next
13.
Next time.
Next time. I think we just got more questions than answers.
That's true.
More secrets.
More fun.
Always. That's the way it
Secrets of
should
the
be.
Sphinx.
See y'all.